Alright. I'm gonna be real, everyone. I think I'm getting old. I have one more month left. Near on exactly a month of being in my 20s. But any and all youth seems to be fleeing me like a sinking ship. I don't know what's going on. Hello, Sleepless. Let me explain myself, though. I do not like food waste. Let's put it like that. That's like a big part of my personality. I was brought up in an environment where we did not waste food. Like, my mum, so this is going to be a lot of context. My mum, when I was a little wee bat tyke, would effectively, not necessarily like punish us, but the rule that she would very harshly enforce was that if you didn't eat all of your meal for one, sit down, one meal, then you continue that meal for the next. So if you didn't finish your dinner one evening, the next morning for breakfast, you would continue your dinner, cold or, microwaved or something. So that has had knock-on effects throughout my life. And now I very much also cannot stand having food waste as much as I possibly can. Trauma, I guess, but that's not the heart of this issue. So something that I do now that I'm an adult and I live on my own is I do meal prep. So I make a lot of food all at once, have some on that day, and then either refrigerate or freeze, depending on how much I have left and what it is, for the following days, which is exactly what I did on Friday. I made this lovely rice with fake shredded duck, carrot sticks and bits and pieces and onions and stuff in it. Absolutely gorgeous on the first day, that being Friday. And then I made extra because I work on Saturday and Sunday, and then I take lunch in with me. My little cute lunchbox that Mel bought me. Thank you, Mel. Saturday, it was okay. It was this would have been better fresh. Sunday, I was so run off my feet, I didn't have the chance to eat my lunch. So it just kind of sat around in my bag in its lunchbox all day. Then I was like, well, it's a perfectly good meal. I'm not hungry when I got home. Well, I was hungry, but I really didn't fancy it. And I made the mistake here, is that I didn't follow my mum's rule. Instead, I ordered pizza, and I had that pizza. That pizza was fine. And I feel like I've had trouble digesting it now that I'm close to my 30s. So maybe I don't get those pizzas quite so often anymore. Maybe too much dairy, maybe too much cheese on it. I don't know. I have no idea. But now, that meant that I had those leftovers that I made on Friday on Monday. Today. And that has not sat well with me. That has not sat well. So my belly's been gurgling. So here's a little, insight into my life today, at the beginning of this week. Aren't you glad you tuned in? Aren't you happy that you're here? Hello, everybody. Welcome, 97. Welcome, Sleepless. You've been thinking about me today. Oh, 97. Why? What did I do? What have I done? What do I owe you? How much money do I owe you? Oh no, don't break my legs. Oh, 97, gonna send the boys round. Hopefully only good things. But then before I knew it, once I'd had my last slice of pizza that I also didn't finish yesterday for breakfast, and then had this leftover meal for like lunch/dinner, yeah, just not feeling great. But I'm here. I'm here. So thank you, Mum. Thank you, Mum, for that food-based trauma. I appreciate it. We're going to be playing Gabriel Knight, Sins of the Fathers, Part 2 today. Don't really know why I ranted about all of that just then, but I guess that's pretty much the only thing I've been dealing with today. So, them's the breaks. That's the news. One of my boyfriend's friends is visiting Budapest this summer. I scrolled back up in our DMs to the little guide I wrote you. Aw, copy and paste. That was a very helpful guide. We visited not all of them on the list, certainly, but a good amount. And we very, very much enjoyed our time there. I don't remember if we actually shared many of the pictures. We took a lot of selfies when we were in Budapest. But yes, it's a good guide. Do recommend. Hello, Ash. Welcome in. Had pizza. Now I crave pizza. You should get some pizza. Just make sure not to have too much cheese on it if you're getting old. Which, Ash, we've now known each other for like 12, 13 years. So I know for a fact that you are getting old. Because I am getting old. See, I just take it easy on the cheese, I suppose. I got the pick of Mel in Bind Tea. Bind Tea? Oh, is that the name of the bubble tea shop that we went to? Like I told you in person, 97, my memory is just awful. It's shot. Again, something that I can admit has degraded with age. The boba place, yeah. Yes. Did I had another gallbladder pain attack the other day. Been off for like the entire time I've known you. But you're younger than me, Ash. How has this happened? How have we let time take us like it has? Been doing a lot of thinking about content warning as well. I don't know if any of you were there for that stream on Thursday. That was a good time. That was a really good time. I am looking forward to playing again. One day, perhaps. Don't know if it will be with the same group. Don't know if they'll tolerate me for another stream. Or if they even want to stream it themselves. But I enjoyed myself. I thought it was a great time. Big fun. The universe says I must be old. They say youth is wasted on the young. What happened to us? Are we not considered youth? Did we not have a youth? Age is how many fun noises your bones make. Oh, I can make some. People don't like that. But I can make them. Age is not a number, it's a vibe. That's true. That's true. But I've been having like a relaxed, almost too relaxed vibe for too long. Oh. Where did we go wrong? Anywho, so Gabriel Knight. I've heard. I looked it up. I looked up like a non-spoilery thing. There's about 10 days in Gabriel Knight's story. And we are on day 2. with one stream under our belt. We've got a long way to go. I imagine, because we did actually make a fair amount of progress on day 2, I imagine we'll finish day 2 quite quickly today. And then potentially, if we do well enough, finish day 3 as well. I've just put day 2 in the title because I don't want to get over ambitious.
Word of our community's acclaim spreads.
So, bro, this is something that I was actually doing today, was hanging out with people on Twitch. I don't often get the chance to do that so many times anymore. Hello, Showbrew. Welcome in, everybody. Ash, can we get a shout out for Showbrew here? Actually, Ash, you might... I don't know if you're already following Showbrew, but they play a lot of Hades. We love Hades. It's a good time. Just go hang out. Welcome in, everybody, though. Anna, hello. Sophie, lovely to have you here. Whimperdork, welcome in. How was the rest of your stream? Just kept it nice and chill, I hope. Let's catch your stream. Yeah, we're about to start. Even though we're 16 minutes into the actual stream actually being live, we're still rambling, and probably will do for another 15 minutes, as we are wont to do. Thank you for allowing me to have the fire and rescue duck. Now I can make... Stop myself. I'm gonna say it. Now I can make other people wet in a different way. I did stop myself, but then I realized I'm streaming. It's better content that way. And then I didn't, yeah. Damn right. Okay. Well, now that you're here, Showbrew, if you would like to raid and run, you're more than welcome to. As long as you look after yourselves, and that goes for the raiders as well. Make sure you got yourself some water, stretch those legs, or get some food, or even sleep if it's late for you in your time zone. But if you don't need to do any of those things, or you've done all of them, you're more than welcome to stick around. I will press play on this game. As I mentioned it to you before, you seemed fairly interested, Show. Sadly, it's not the original with Tim Curry. Although, I have heard as well, whilst I was looking up my spoiler-free guide, but I guess just not even hints, information about Gabriel Knight's Sins of the Fathers, is that the original probably would not be okay to stream because it was certainly from its time, shall we say, did not have the same values. So maybe it's good that we're playing the remaster. They've changed the script, they've changed the voice actors. Not that it was the voice actor's fault, it's just, I believe Tim Curry and Mark Hamill were both too expensive to do the remaster, and the original audio for their voices was lost. So they had to re-record the whole thing with new actors, which understandable when the remaster is made by a smaller indie studio, you know. It would have been astounding if they could get them, but alas, never mind. That's just dropping that when I'm trying to form thoughts. I'm sorry, Sleepless. It's one of those days. It's just one of those days. Oh, I can change my screen resolution. Oh, hold on. How does this look? I feel like I did this before, but I don't remember. Does this look better? Maybe this looks better. Hold on. Okay. Thank you, Lo-Fi Girl. I appreciate it. Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, Daddy Man. Sorry, one of these days. Sleepless. Don't encourage me. Gonna make a bit of food. We'll be here for a bit. Thank you, Sean. Thanks again for the raid. Where's the game? There it is. It's interesting that you can absorb this through a graphic novel. Oh no, this is a prequel. I remember. The graphic novel that they give you with the 20th anniversary edition is a prequel, but is very spoilerific to the main game. So when you first open it up, or when I first opened it up, they advised to get to day 6 before playing or looking at the graphic novel. Gotta get some food, but I'll be back? Okay, don't worry. I'll do nothing. We'll just sit here in silence until you get back. Okay, that's enough of that. Continue from checkpoint. Oh, load game? Okay, we'll continue. Right. So, where we left off. Gabriel Knight. Writer of crime novels, I think. We are writing a novel based off of voodoo ritual killings, I believe. And there just so happens to be a string of voodoo ritual killings happening in New Orleans, or as the locals say it, New Orleans. We've done some pretty shady stuff already, and taken advantage of our good friend, Detective Mosley, I think his name is, assuming his identity without his knowledge, and then lying to a lot of people to get information about said ritual killings that are being done in a voodoo style, but maybe isn't actually voodoo. So it could be like an imitator, because, I don't know, we've spoken to quite a few experts in voodoo, and they're like, yeah, it doesn't seem right. It's not like traditional. It seems like a copycat. Maybe we could just read through. Yeah. We'll read through the journal. It's not going to take us that long. Day 1. 7 nights of bad dreams in a row. This is turning into a bad habit. Snakes and flames, and some leopard-faced woman. Grace thinks it's from the research I'm doing on the voodoo murders. I think she thinks too much. Speaking of, she had some messages for me. Maybe one of them will provide some new inspiration. Grace found some places in the French Quarter for my voodoo research. There's the Historical Museum of Voodoo and a shop called the Dixieland Drugstore. I think I'll hit them tomorrow. Mosley comes through. He left some photos for me at the police station. I really need this voodoo murders book to be a success. God knows I need the money. Having a friend assigned to the real-life voodoo murders case is a lucky break. I get few enough of those. Fortunately, Mosley's always been easy to manipulate. Or soft-hearted bastard. I need a little light. I'm going to turn on my cute little blue LED. No, they're not LED. They're just like blue backlights that I've got above my computer. Very streamer-friendly. If I had a webcam. Sadly, do not. Also turned on a lamp. That's better. Not that having a webcam, I think, would actually bring anything to this stream. So I look like a mess 90% of the time. Why would you want to see them? Hello, Tempestus. Welcome in. How are you today? Thank you very much, by the way, Tempestus, for doing all of those clips. That was way more than I thought we'd actually get out of that. Really appreciate it. Wait for your lunch to get here. What's for lunch? Let me just continue this journal. Frick let it slip that Mosley is at a crime scene now. Could be a new voodoo murders killing. I gotta find out where it is, but Frick's not talking. There has to be a cop somewhere in New Orleans dumb enough to tell me. Mosley left me some creepy pictures, alright. Great stuff for the book. That motorcycle cop in the park has a police band radio. Oh yeah, I remember that. That really got us stuck for a minute. The body of the crime scene on the Lake Chartrain? No idea. Was horribly gruesome. Another poor bastard with his heart ripped out. There must be some clues I can find in the area. Something for the book. I have died and gone to heaven. Malia Getty is the most gorgeous woman in Louisiana. I have to see her again. What excuse can I make up? I'll think of something. We are outside of Malia Getty's house right now, having lied to her butler about being a cop. And then we were able to interview her, but she pretty much immediately sussed us out, because we were too flirtatious. I found a snake scale at the Lake Pontchartrain crime scene. It's not much, but it could be important. If I could figure out what snake it came from, and who the snake belonged to. Imagine the headlines. Now that would be something even my lazy literary agent could work with. Hey, so that was all day one, and we went to bed. Watched the whole thing beginning to end, multiple times, right? From each perspective. You must have been so over it by the end. Miso soup, tempura, and salmon avocado roll. Ooh. Ooh. That sounds good. Received apple pie, must sample. Ooh. Look at all you guys getting these nice snacks in. Sho and Ash have gone to get food too. Fine. I shall be your in-flight entertainment. Solving this murder. Make that 8 nights of nightmares in a row. But there's a bright spot on the horizon. I've got Malia Getty's address, meaning I am but hours from seeing her again. Growl. I do need to ask her about the lake, after all. I'd be a negligent author if I didn't. That reminds me, I should stop in and talk to Mosley, and see what else I can get him to spill. Telling Mosley I'll put him in my book may have been my best idea ever. He's given me all kinds of gory details about the voodoo murders. All 7 stiffs were out-of-towners, and the crime scenes were popular places, yet there are no witnesses. The murderers seem to have a knack for being invisible. They got 0 leads. He says the voodoo aspects are faked. Oh yeah. So he actually got that confirmed. But I'm not sure why the police have reached that conclusion, unless it's just to mollify local practitioners. At the scenes, they found goat's blood, candle wax, and even leopard's fur. The woman I see in my nightmares changes into a leopard. No, it's a coincidence, but it is damn strange. Mosley said I could ask Franks to let me check out the voodoo murders file with the rest of those patterns from the crime scenes. There's something in these patterns from the murders, but Franks has got some eagle eyes trained on the thing, and photocopies are a big no-no. I like a confident woman, but this is no fun. I need to get a copy of all these patterns so I could try to figure out what they mean. Nothing like a distraction to get what I want. I snagged those patterns from the voodoo murders. They've got to be important. I just need to figure out how they fit together. But unlike Daddy, I'm no artist. I forgot that our father was a painter. Sounds weird. Eating that though. I need some help trying to make sense of these bits and pieces. Dr. John keeps a snake in the Voodoo Museum. It's big. Humongous python. I'm sure, or rather, I sure wouldn't want to run into it in a dark alley. Wish I could get a little sample of its scales. I doubt Dr. John would appreciate it if I asked that. So Marie Laveau, the Voodoo Queen of New Orleans, is buried in St. Louis Cemetery. Now this I've got to see for myself. There's a voodoo inn just around the corner from St. George's Books named Magentia Moonbeam. Go talk to her later this week. We haven't done that yet. We could do that. Alright, last pages. Gabriel Knight. What does it mean? Willie, the Dixieland drugstore owner, said that when I tried to chat him up on the voodoo murders, so it has something to do with the killings. He knows more than he's gonna tell someone like me. Nothing but curios. Yeah, right. But he was real friendly with that old woman who came in earlier with that annoying, yappy little dog. Madame Casanois, I think he called her. I'd sure like to talk to an authentic believer like her. That croc mask at the Dixieland drugstore is the only animal mask I've seen. I want the damn thing, but I'm broke as usual. Need to dig up some cash. There's an upcoming voodoo holiday called St. John's Eve. These murders are connected to real voodoo. I bet there'll be something going on then. Laveau's tomb gets some weirdos, alright. The whole side of it was covered in these weird cross-like markings. Got a copy of it, in case it means something. Malia's sharp. It didn't take too long for her to figure out I wasn't a cop. And then it took even less time for her to kick me out. But there's just something about her. I'm pretty sure she feels the attraction too. The good old night charm hasn't failed me yet. That's it. That's everything we've done in the first 2 days. Still making my way through Oka's point of view. Still funny even multiple times. Well, I'm glad. If you'd like to see more, pester the other 3, because I'm all in. With enough peer pressure, I'm sure they'll play again. I too am oh so scared of running into a humongous python. Oh, well.
This is private property. Gabriel should stay near the front door till invited to do otherwise.
Right. Okay. Let's actually, hold on now. Let's go back to our apartment, if we can. Which happens to be a library. Yes. Because whilst
I knew
looking...
you'd miss me, so I came back.
Really? I forgot you were gone.
Hello, Grace. Whilst looking at the achievements that I got on the first stream, there's an achievement for reading the newspaper on day 1. So I'm going to try to read the newspaper on every day, just to see if it changes.
Times dated June 19th, 1993. A front-page article describes the most recent of the voodoo murders. Gabriel scans it but learns nothing new. The article reiterates that the voodoo aspect of the crime is faked. Gabriel shivers. It looked real enough to him. Elsewhere, there's an article about the history of Jackson Square, called the Plaza d'Armes under French rule. It was used for executions, firing squads, hangings, even impalement and breaking on the wheel. Yikes! Of course, these days, it's mostly a hangout for tourists, street musicians, and local artists. Gabriel also scans the Aquarius horoscope for the day. Chances of a dark star rising on this day. Do not trust your instincts.
I feel a dark star rising, all right. Rawr.
What's that supposed to mean? What is that supposed to mean? I feel a dark star rising? Growl? What are you insinuating there, Gabriel? Just don't know. Something has changed in the way people speak in the last 30 years. Well, okay, walk through Jackson Square. Tourists and residents alike love Jackson Square, a French Quarter park that is all thing to all people. Okay. It's a respite from the heat, a spot for a picnic lunch, a place to walk the dog or sell one's artistic talents. You can lounge on the grass and enjoy a rendition of Saints in true NOLA style. Oh, New Orleans. LA? Louisiana? New Orleans, yeah, maybe. Style any day of the week. Do you know that the history of Jackson Square is a bloody one, called La Plaza d'Armes? under French rule. It was used for public executions, firing squads, hangings, even impalement and breaking on the wheel. It's a reminder that the dark side of the New Orleans is never far away. Just gets rid of that. Back tomorrow is a light day. Only busy till 1:30. Nice. What are you going to do with the rest of your day? Do I get an achievement for reading that paper? I do not. Still worth looking. Each day, I imagine. Can I see if there's any more dialogue with Grace?
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Request research.
Could you do some research for me?
Sure, what?
Look up a Madame Casino.
I need you to look up a Madame Casino.
Madame Casino? Is she related to the murders the same way your friend Molly Aghetti was?
Grace, Casino's at least 70.
As if that makes a difference to you. Okay, I'll see what I can find. Anything else?
Can't think of anything.
I can't think of anything.
It's strange that imagining Gabriel Knight's voice as Tim Curry, even with the same dialogue, in his cheesy, kind of like, I don't want to say slimy, because it's not slimy when Tim Curry does it. It's almost endearing, not creepy. You're just like, oh, he's a little weird. He's a kind of a weird guy saying weird things. But that makes it more okay. Or, like, easier to brush off, maybe? Don't know. Hard to describe. But Tim Curry is an excellent
I've got
actor.
some things I need to do.
Good luck.
Okay, right. Cook, workout, honk, depresso. Hey. Sounds like a fairly good day. At least 75% of it. French Quarter 1993 version shown over 20th anniversary edition version. Oh yes, this is the like special edition content with the star. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Alright, so she's looking up the lady. Let's go to Junction Square. I feel like reading that newspaper was maybe a hint to go here. There's a hot dog van today. Guys,
The
it's
van
still
isn't
displaying.
paying any attention to Gabriel.
That's fine. Drummer, we've seen you in 2 locations now.
Hey there, nice beat. I dig it.
The drummer does not respond.
Oh, hey! Come back here. Hey!
Oh. Okay.
Oh, unbelievable. Rotten luck.
So some wind has dragged his painting away. Hey, bud. What's up? Can we talk? You actually are drawing the cathedral.
An artist is taking advantage of the fine weather.
Chat. Need to get me some of those glass box things so I can cook for a week and then just freeze it. Yeah. Do. That's what I use. Very useful. Especially if you don't mind, like, having repeat meals. How's it going?
How's it going?
Life sucks. I just lost 2 days worth of work.
Whoops. What are you working on?
What are you working on now?
Just starting another drawing of the cathedral.
Those drawing tools are amazing.
Yeah, they're great for laying lines, angles, circles, you know, anything geometric. It's pretty meticulous, but I prefer it to freehand.
Can you draw anything with those tools?
They're great for ordered, complex forms and patterns, but they won't help me do Monet.
Goodbye. Thank you for the information. 2 days worth of work, eh? Sketching here.
Hey, float over here, would you?
The drawing ignores Gabriel.
How dare. Can we grab it? No? Need something long, I could bet. Yep.
Gabriel can't reach the drawing from where he is.
What if we use a hot dog to grab the drawing? Okay, what do we have in our tweezers? We have a brick? The only thing I can really think of is either the tweezers, the flashlight, or the brick. Chances are this is a no. We'll try. That's not going to work. Can we skip? Okay, that's fine. Use the glass to burn the painting. Actually? No,
There's a drawing
doesn't let
popped
me.
up against the statue.
Yeah, it doesn't let me use any items with this, which is a shame. So maybe I need to get rid of the fence?
Gabriel can't bend the bars. He's too big to fit through them. And ooh, those spikes on top look sharp.
Fine. Hot dog vendor, give me a hot dog. What do you mean you want paying?
Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Yep, I mind all right.
Why?
Because A, I don't know anything, and B, I'm busy.
Oh,
I am also confused about the shirt gel combo. Don't know what is going on with it. And apparently we can combine the shirt and gel further. I know using the magnifying glass on the scale gets us a closer view. But nothing else seems to work yet. Okay.
A doobie dog vendor has set up
Doobie?
business in the square. He has his nose buried in a paperback novel. Gabriel notices that it is not one of his. Big surprise.
So does this guy sell doobies or does he sell dogs? Talk to me. Nice dancing.
you dance pretty well for a kid.
Give me some money then.
I don't have any.
Then don't block the view, mister.
That is not the voice of the model for that character. That man just looks like a shorter 40-year-old man. Raw mozzarella sticks? Hell yeah, show. I got some mozzarella sticks in the fridge. Don't know what to do with them yet, but they're there. Do you do requests?
Do you do requests?
Got any money?
Nope.
Something to eat?
No.
There you have it. No.
Ah, we need a hot dog for this kid.
Can you fit through the bars around the statue?
Got any money?
Nope.
There you have it. No.
Right.
Can't think of anything at the moment.
Okay then.
That is strange. Shirt gel, glass bottle, petrol, Fuego.
A Cajun band. Inventive as always with their instruments, is having a good old time on the lawn. Funny how catchy that toe tapping can be.
Well. Okay, so we need
Stupid wind.
money.
Now I have to start all over.
Yeah, I know. We need money. I don't think there's a way that I can get money. At least not from here. Wait, we have a gift certificate. Can we give this to the kid? Does he want a... I know he asked for money, and he asked for food. But how about a $20 expired gift certificate to my bookstore?
What would the little boy do with that?
I don't know, narrator. I don't know. Read. Shit.
Can't think of it.
Okay then.
That would be, at the very least, illegal.
No, I didn't. I didn't want to take the boy. I just wanted to see what would happen. Oh, okay. Fine. Moving on. Anything going on over here?
Someone is in that confession.
Someone's in the confessional still. The reading hot dog vendor be interested more, but oh, you're right. You might be right, Sleepless. I was trying to educate the child when I should have been educating the hot dog man.
I have this gift certificate.
I'm busy.
It's good for $20 at St. George's Books. Finest bookstore in New Orleans.
You genius, Sleepless.
I'll have to check it out sometime.
You could take this gift certificate with you. If you'll give me a doobie dog.
A doobie dog for a $20 gift certificate? Sure, here you go.
That's a good deal, to be fair. Sadly, it is expired. Doobie dog. Can't believe that was useful. Doobie dog for the kid.
You wouldn't like a doobie dog by any chance.
Would I? Thanks, mister. You got any special requests? Let me know.
Fantastic. We just gave a doobie to a child.
What would the little boy do with...
We're doing great things here on the Labounce Twitch channel. The layout's changed now. Good. Because we lost an item. Special
You
request.
mentioned something about special requests.
Yeah, you got one?
Bars around the statue.
Can you fit through the bars around the statue?
Can I? Just watch me.
Good. There's something in there I can't quite reach. Can you reach that piece of paper?
Sure thing.
Thank you, child. Still don't look like a kid to me.
Here you go.
Thanks, kid.
Yup. See ya.
I think it's the shirt. I think the shirt's throwing me. Or vest. Okay. Artist sketch.
It's a technical drawing of St. Louis Cathedral.
Okay. Looks like GTA NPC. Duh, yeah. Yeah, I see it.
This belongs to you, doesn't it?
My drawing. How'd you get it?
Oh, it was a bit of a squeeze, but I hate to see you lose your work. I lost my only copy of a manuscript once.
Well, you saved my butt. Let me know if I can ever do the same for you, hey?
You're welcome. Is there anything else to this? That's right.
Nice drawing of the cathedral.
Hey, thanks.
It's really precise.
Well, I'm an architectural student, actually. It's good practice.
Do you mind if I watch you?
Be my guest.
Right. And over those tools, this is a strawberry.
That doesn't seem to work that way.
I don't have any fruits on me.
An artist is taking advantage of the fine
This is a
weather.
strawberry. Okay, alright, moving on. Can we get him to draw for us, if anything? I mean, we've got his favor, at least, but I don't... It's nice to know I'm not the only person with bad luck. Saw a student artist lose a drawing today. Wish I could get it back from him. I'm being entirely unselfish about that. We did that. We got our points. But nothing else so far. Maybe we need him to draw
That
something for
doesn't
us
seem-
later down the road.
An artist
Rather
is
than
taking-
now. But that's, yeah, it seems like it. Can't, like, give him clay, can I?
That doesn't work.
No. No, it doesn't look like it. What about these patterns? Does he know anything about these patterns? Maybe.
Is there any way you can reconstruct the whole pattern from this partial?
Okie dokie. Well, I might be able to reconstruct the pattern if I had more data. But
Yes.
this is just one small area of it. What is this from, anyway?
You'd never believe me.
I'll see what I can do.
So that's why I needed the photocopy as well. Genius.
I
We're
have some
letting the
more of those
artist
patterns.
guess.
Really? Let's see. Yeah.
Which would be
Yeah, these are great.
amazing
I think
evidence.
There's enough overlap now. I'll give it my best shot. I'll show you what I come up with tomorrow.
Great.
Wow.
I appreciate it.
Look at our points. We're doing so well. Okay. That's 3 items we've now lost forever. We still have this badge. Can we...
That doesn't work.
No. Can't use our badge for any of these people,
What
can
would
we?
the little boy?
Okay. Couple of
The
vendors?
vendor would.
That's fine. I think we can go. I think we can leave.
It's getting late. Gabriel decides to go home for the day.
Oh, we've done it. Wait, no, there was a location we didn't visit. We completed day 2. It's not even been an hour. Look at us go. Well done, chat. Nailed it. We gotta commission smart. Been a long time since I've had anything made for the channel. Emotes would be cool. Oh. That was my most expensive dagger. No. It's turned to snakes. Day 3. Drawn to the halls of learning, I sought there to conspire, but it was in the city of the dead that I found my heart's desire. I love the splash screens, oops, of it saying like day 1, day 2, day 3. With a little poem. It's very cool, very edgy.
I'm so glad you could join us today. I've got messages when you want them. I also checked out Casino. There are multiple listings in the white pages. I got the page, but you'll have to figure out the right one.
Great. Thanks.
Now,
Okay.
are you gonna tell me what happened yesterday with Molly Aghetti, or is it just too embarrassing? Don't tell me you actually got to see her.
All the stars out tonight.
Gabriel, you don't seriously think she's interested. She can have any man in the city. You know, men with bank accounts.
You underestimate the Knight family's tragic poet samurai appeal. When Daddy married Mom, she was the hottest catch in town.
I always suspected there was something fishy in your family tree. But seriously, I think you should be careful.
Meow, Grace.
I'm serious. I don't know why, but I have a bad feeling in the pit of my stomach about this.
It's called jealousy, my dear. And you're right, you should be jealous of Molly Aghetti. As should every woman on this planet.
I just... never mind. I'll just fix these books. Your life is in your own slippery little hands.
The point is to get it into somebody else's hands. And soon.
See, imagining it as Tim Curry, it really works. Let's read the newspaper for day 3.
Times dated June 20th, 1993. Gabriel scans over an uninteresting front page. Under the cultural events section, there's a notice about a lecture on African religions. The lecture is at Tulane University.
Actually, could be
Gabriel's
really interesting.
horoscope for the day. An evil eye is upon you. Change your course before it's too late.
Ooh, someone's watching
Lighten
us.
up.
Someone's watching us. Okay, the French Quarter with a Spanish twist. The French Quarter, New Orleans' oldest and most famous neighborhood, is most known for the raucous party atmosphere of Mardi Gras. But the quarter is far more than a week of beads and bourbon. Founded in 1718 by Jean-Baptiste Lemoyne de Bienville, did so well. It was the original center of the city. Despite its name, much of the architecture is influenced by Spain, after many of the more French-influenced structures were destroyed in the Great New Orleans Fire of 1788. Culture events are today, noon. Don't miss today's public lecture at Tulane University on African religions, given by Professor Hartridge of Tulane University. Okay, so we could learn more about voodoo as a religion. Did we have coffee? Let's have another. Bread in French is pain,
Good
then I own a bakery. I know so little French. I don't know if bread in French is pain. I know you got pain au chocolat. Is that bread and chocolate? Is there a little translation? Bread and chocolate? How literal. Grace, anything else to talk about?
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Cabri Sansko?
Do you have any idea what Cabri Sanko means?
No. Sounds French, though.
Ah, wait, we had messages.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Do you have messages for me?
Your pal Mosley called. He left a message that they are interrogating a suspect this morning,
Oh.
and you might want to be there.
That'd
Sounds
be cool.
fun.
Interrogation.
I bet.
So, we talked a lot about Tim Curry being the main character for this, Gabriel Knight, this fella in blonde. In blonde? Who's blonde? But Mark Hamill was Detective Mosley in the original. I had no idea who he could have been playing through it the first time round, but I just before streaming, I thought I'd look it up.
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
That would be
St.
an
John's
interesting
Eve?
dynamic.
Never
Tim
heard of
Curry
it.
and
Must be a local custom. New
Mark Hamill
Orleans
as best
love
friends?
to party.
They're about animal masks.
Do you know anything about animal masks?
I'd rather not hear about your sex life, Knight.
Oh. Your loss.
Do you know anything about Marie Laveau?
Wasn't she a big voodoo queen before the Civil War?
That's right.
Well, you've just heard everything I know about her.
Seen any good movies?
I saw a great documentary last night on pyramid excavations.
You mean small, dark places that haven't been touched in centuries? Sounds right up your alley.
Gabriel.
Well, it did help me gain a better understanding of your mind.
Gabriel. Behave. Although the banter is very good, actually. Let's get more of that.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Did I ever tell you that you're actually quite attractive?
Be still, my heart.
Had any customers lately?
No, but I'm sure you have.
You know, you really should get out more.
But then who'd take care of St. George's?
Me?
Exactly.
Okay. Alright, now we can go. I don't imagine there's anything else for us to take here necessarily. Oh, art supplies. Hold on.
Gabriel wouldn't dare touch Grace's oil paints.
Fair enough. I was thinking ahead to the artist. This is coat rack, bookshelf. There were books here that we could look at. World of Snakes? The Perfect Hunter. Snakes can hunt in total darkness. They can use their sight to find their prey, but they also hunt by vibration. They are attracted to vibrations, hoping for an easy meal. They are often drawn to motors and machines for this reason. Oh, I did not know that. The latter part, at least. Can I click out of this? No? Oh, like that. That's lyric.
Drei Drachen kriegen in meinen Schlaf, die Seele wollen sie lebendig zum Fraß. Feurigen Atems, gespaltener Zunge, genießen sie jedes Mal.
3 dragons. Rieken? Don't remember. In my schlaf. In my 3 dragons, something in my sleep. Zila. No, I've not gotten any better at German. Oh, show! You know German? Yes, absolutely. If it's an easy translation. I would love to not have to struggle against this. Wonderful. I am doing Duolingo. Shit, I've not done my Duolingo. I do have Duolingo for German. No, I've just opened Honkai Star Rail on my phone. That's not Duolingo. Yeah, anything that you know would be wonderful. I suppose I could just let it play out in the game as well, but it is what it is. I have remained in the Obsidian League on Duolingo. Don't worry, everyone. Can I just do something quick? Mode. Dang. 3 dragons crawl into my sleep. So Creation is crawl. Interesting. 3 dragons crawl into my sleep. They want to eat my soul alive. They enjoy every meal with fiery breath and forked tongues. Whoa. Is that all of it? Just used image translate? Sleepless, you smart. It's a true gamer. He's got Google Translate on his phone. Appreciate that. Thank you. Both of you. Okay. So the 3 dragons, the snake dagger that we dreamt of, that's split into 3 snakes. And we know from the game telling us before that snakes and dragons are interchangeable in literary works often, and history and things like that. So this is happening to us. They want to eat our soul alive. They enjoy every meal with fiery breath and forked tongues. Fiery breath, the stake, you know, being burned at the stake kind of thing, maybe. Enjoy the meal, or their meal. Enjoy their meal. Surprisingly smooth for both English and German. Oh, lovely. Okay. Well, that's that one. Das Lyrik. We have the
Gabriel leaves through
dictionary here. We wanted to do it the proper way.
Mittag means midday, noon.
I knew that.
Gabriel leaves through a German-English dictionary.
Drei means 3.
I knew that. We can't read Faust or any of these other books. Okay, that's fine. I think we got on everything that we needed from that. Enjoy every meal. Close, dang. Hey, it's close
I'm
enough.
going out.
Don't hurry back on my account.
I wonder what the significance was of them being a dagger. Remind you of the Secret World investigation quest. I'm not sure I'm familiar. Okay. We have 3 locations of interest that we have leads for, I suppose. The Moonbeam residence, which we could have gone to yesterday but didn't. We have the suspect being interviewed or interrogated at the police station, and then we have the religious lecture going on at the university, which I suppose is not on that screen. Okay, there it is. Let's do the investigation first. That seems fun. Oh, wait. Before we go in. Jackson Square. Let's get our drawing, if he's done. So many people just playing instruments all around. Hey, bud.
How's it going today?
What? Oh, it's only you. Man, I have been jumpy all day. That pattern of yours really freaked me out for some reason. There's just something creepy.
You finished it?
Yeah, and you're welcome to it. Here.
Wow. This is great.
Uh-huh, yeah, just don't, like, blow up the planet with it or something, okay?
I didn't mean to upset you.
What?
Forget it. I'm probably just being stupid. Do your thing with it, and, good luck.
So the drawing he made has bad vibes.
The artist's reconstruction of the voodoo murders pattern looks accurate to Gabriel. Something about it seems vaguely familiar and creepy.
Probably posted it on DeviantArt or something. I don't know. What's his booth? Madam Lorelei. Hello.
Madam Lorelei, is it?
What can I do for you, handsome?
How's business?
How's business?
How's business? I have no time for such dull conversation, darling.
We acquired food. Welcome back, Ash. What have you acquired? So far, people have acquired apple pie, miso soup, and salmon rolls, I think. Salmon sushi. Mozzarella sticks. Quite the spread. It was an MMO made fun comp. Happened in current times with myths and secret societies and shit being real. Good bit of Lovecraft lore too. Sounds fun. Sounds up my alley. Gonna go and get to bed. Good luck to Dick. That is a word that I can't even pronounce. Thank you, show, and thank you for the raid. You have a wonderful night. And enjoy those mozzarella sticks. Have a good sleep, bud. No, approach a person and just start a conversation with a nice snake. Oh, that is a snake. I thought it was a scarf. To be honest, people come into work, my work that is, they come into my work with snakes around their necks. Sometimes quite large pythons. Larger than this one. Grab some oat flakes, that sounds good. Scrambled egg sandwich and a smoothie. Hi, Lily.
That's a nice snake you have there.
Oh, I could say the same of you.
Well, I know where I got mine. Where'd you get yours?
This is
That's personal.
so overtly sexual. Gabriel. It's a good way to announce yourself, Lily. Sorry, there is no fish again today, but likely to your benefit, as I know that you are still recovering from your addiction. How about a reading?
How about a reading?
The prices are listed on the sign.
They seem a little steep.
Well, I sometimes do my intimate friends for nothing. But I am a businesswoman.
I'm sure you are.
You know what? I'm going to update the title of the stream. Day 3. That's what I'll do. Because we very quickly finished day 2. I didn't imagine it would be so quick. And that is how it's going, Lily. We are 3 days into our investigation of this game. We started it up about half an hour into the stream, and then 10 minutes later, finished the day that we were on. So, we're still kind of wandering around town as Gabriel Knight, flirting with anything with a pulse. And that's about it so far. I do not have a problem, I can stop any time. Lily. About that snake.
I'd really like to know more about that snake.
Oh, sorry, sweetie, but I don't discuss Elvis with anyone.
Elvis? Will the fish return for my birthday? When's your birthday, Silas?
Well, then move aside, sweetie, but stay where I can look at you, okay?
Well, she's receptive at least, which is more than most people. So far. Oh, she put the snake away.
Come on, boys, hoopla!
The booth is a colorful melange. It announces the owner as Madame Lorelei and gives prices for palm readings, $20, crystal ball gazing, $15, and birth charts, $50. Madame Lorelei lounges at the booth, fondling her snake.
Fondling her snake. Okay. So she gets up every now and then to have a dance and puts the snake away. Maybe. No. Can't seem to do anything with the booth. If she's dancing or not. Your birthday, Bats? Mine is on 7/7 though. Oh, okay, good to know. For my birthday, yes, I imagine fishing will return. Probably not for the whole stream. I should figure out what I'm going to do for that. As a start, every day your boy turns 30, I
The
suppose.
artist's reconstruction of the voodoo
Come on,
murders
boys,
pattern
hoopla!
looks accurate to Gabriel. Something about it seems vaguely familiar and creepy.
Okay.
Not a bad idea.
We gonna dance?
Baby, I love the way you move.
Madame Lorelei winks knowingly at Gabriel and twitches her hips.
Yep, she wants me.
Are we gonna fuck? Is that where this game is going? Dropped her scarf.
Thanks, boys.
Veil. That is strange. Games from the 90s are wild, man. Wait? Veil? No. Can't combine with the shirt and gel.
Gabriel can't see a way to use that.
What do you mean? Trying to combine.
Gabriel can't see a way to use that.
Huh?
Gabriel examines the veil with the magnifying glass. The fortune teller's veil is studded with sequins. The sequins look a little strange. Why, it's a snake scale.
With you. Give
There's
me.
a snake scale caught on the veil.
Give me.
Gabriel carefully uses the tweezers to remove the snake scale from the veil.
The green snake scale.
Gabriel has a scale from the fortune teller's boa.
Veil snake and lake snake. That sounds smooth, and I guess Gabriel will not change unless something really dramatic happens following one of his attempts to get some. Yeah, as Sleepless says, it is pretty amazing he still has both of his kidneys. Trick myself into another 12-hour stream? Well, we'll see. We'll see. I don't know what else I'll do, though. Like to have his confidence? Even if it's unwarranted, I suppose confidence is usually a good thing. What the hell is this? Phone book page. Oh. Right. Casino. Cajun Critters Veterinary Clinic. So we gotta call her at some point. We can look at this properly too.
The reconstructed Veve was done for Gabriel by a technical artist.
Les. What the hell is going on here? Always down for 12 hours of bats? But we just did one. Oh.
The iridescent scale is hued olive green. It doesn't seem to match the scale from Lake Pontchartrain. The iridescent...
Yeah. Oh, I didn't think that it would match, but that's fine.
Looking at the series of crosses, Gabriel can't help but think they have a pattern and meaning he is not comprehending.
Maybe we can give this to the artist as well. Don't know.
The badge says Nolens Police Department and Detective Franklin Mosley. The veil belongs to the fortune teller. It's covered with shiny, iridescent sequins.
Huh.
Gabriel carefully uses the tweezers to remove the snake scale from the veil.
Interesting that we can still do that.
The veil...
That's fine. Why do we still have this veil? Can we maybe give it back? Yeah, that's fine. Shall we talk again?
That doesn't seem to work.
No. Shall we talk again?
Madam Lorelei, is it?
What can I do for you, handsome?
Did you lose a veil?
I think this veil belongs to you.
Oh, my veil! I'm always losing those things. You have no idea. Well, darling, you're such a sweetie to return a lady's delicates, and so handsome as well.
Well,
And since you have such a clear interest in fortune-telling, let me see your hands. They look so strong. Perhaps they will make both our fortunes clear, no?
I wish something would.
Strong, yes, and yet so delicate and flexible.
You don't know the half of it.
Oh, good. I see a mysterious woman in your immediate future.
Madam Lorelei winks at Gabriel knowingly.
She is a dangerous one, dark and beautiful. Oh, I see the road of your life forking, and very soon.
The blood drains from Madame Lorelei's face in an instant. Sweat beads on her upper lip.
Are you okay?
There are forces. Oh, God. Beware. Beware.
Oh, shit.
What is it about me lately?
Oh, damn. She did not like what she saw. We got an achievement. Fortune's son. Have your fortune told. Huh. Yeah, let's show him the voodoo code as well.
That doesn't work that way.
Oh. It's a nice way to stop the flirting. It's a good escape card. How we show the artist the brick. No witnesses.
That doesn't work that.
Okay, never mind. This is really interesting. Let's get out of here. I suppose we ought to check the cathedral. Police department. Yeah, police department. Got another drummer out here. Hey, bud.
Hey,
The drummer looks at Gabriel but says nothing in return.
Doesn't want to talk to me?
A drummer has decided to sit up outside the police station.
Break that window? Of the police station? Gladly. Anarchy. Ah. Hey, Frick. What's going on?
can I bother you again, officer?
What is it this time?
Yeah, you don't really have any information for me. Why does the trash can have a nope rope? Seems to be a big thing around these parts.
You! Give me back my badge! Now, Knight!
Whoops.
Sure. Thanks for letting me borrow it.
Yeah? You borrow it again, and you're history. Now, about today. Glad you made it. It'll give you a feel for how I am in action. You know, handling suspects, that sort of thing.
I'm sure it'll be invigorating.
Probably should have
Who is
given
this
it back.
guy anyway?
Calls himself Crash. He's been an informant for us before, mostly helping us bust small-time pimps and dealers trying to break into the territory. He's been staying invisible during these murders, but we picked him up this morning at Jackson Square pushing coke. He knows something. Call it detective's instinct.
Detective's instinct. Got it.
All right, Crash. I want to hear about these murders. Have you been present at the so-called voodoo rituals?
I don't know nothing. All right, I told you.
Come on now. You can tell me. Do you know anyone who's been to these rituals?
Look, I can't say nothing. You gotta let me go.
Relax. No one knows you're here. The men who picked you up were in plain clothes.
Plain clothed. Like you could fool them. They know I'm here. They've got ears all over the city. They know everything.
Who are they, Crash? Are they the ones doing the murders?
Let me go.
If you're so worried about being detained, start talking. You tell me what I want to hear, and maybe I can get you into the witness protection program. But you gotta earn it.
Witness protection? Are you crazy? Oh, don't make me laugh. Oh, Jesus, just let me out of here.
Oh, come on. Who's behind these murders, Crash? Why are the victims all members of the underworld?
Oh, by now they know I'm here. It's different when I'm supposed to come here. Oh, if I can send a message. Yeah. Tell him I didn't say nothing.
Christ, he's freaking useless. Just take him back to detaining, would you, Tony?
All the victims are members of the underworld.
I'll tell you, times like this, I'd kill for truth serum. Damn the civil rights.
Can I quote you on that?
Huh? Hell no. Damn, we can only keep him for 24 hours. Tomorrow morning, I'm gonna have to let him go. Sorry it wasn't more exciting. You know, for the book, I mean. Hey, maybe you could punch it up some. You know, what do they call that? Fiction. That's it.
It certainly is. I'll see what I can do.
How interesting. Okay, Mosley, what do you think to this brick?
That doesn't seem to work that way.
Worth a try. Okay, we lost our badge. I have this reconstructed nonsense that I can give you.
Are you You sure that's wise? Mosley would surely wonder where Gabriel got that and what he intends to do with it.
Fine. What about this voodoo code?
That doesn't work.
Also fine. Mosley isn't as bad at interrogating as I thought. He was kind of a hard ass, really. Crash is terrified of his bosses, whoever they are. Real twitchy. Kept muttering about how he'd be in trouble because this time he wasn't supposed to be at the police station. But sorry for him. So he thinks he's about to get murdered.
Can I ask you about some stuff?
You're the writer. Ask away.
This is a lot. Insult him.
Have you ever called the hair club for men?
I'd rather have no hair than your hair, Knight.
Good comeback. You don't know French, do you?
Does the phrase caprice encore mean anything to you?
Hell no. Is that French? My mother spoke it, but I always had a hard enough time just speaking English.
True enough.
Not enough people speak French here. Case status.
What's the status on the voodoo murders case?
Sure as hell ain't going well. There sure are a lot of breaks being applied in different areas of the investigation. We're getting some real info on the victims now, and they're not exactly upstanding citizens. I was hoping to get more out of Crash, but he's scared shitless. We'll have to let him go tomorrow morning.
Mosley needs to trust the fucking process. Yeah, I mean, we did kind of steal the evidence. So if we then present him with advanced evidence that we shouldn't have, I can understand why he may be pissed.
What's the status on the voodoo murders case?
You're as filled in as me.
Okay, that's fine. St. John's Eve? What was this
What
again?
can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
Oh, yeah.
That's
It's
coming up, isn't it?
the
We
festival.
get some occasional weirdness in the quarter, but nothing much. Used to have a lot of strange things happen, though, or so I hear.
Like what? Tell me more.
What's
No?
the status on
Okay.
the voodoo?
You're as filled in as me.
Fine. No,
What
it's
else can you tell?
I don't know much except
fine. Animal masks?
Do you know anything about animal masks?
animal masks. You mean like those Halloween masks they sometimes use in robberies?
No.
I don't think so. More like real animals.
Never ran across anything like that.
Mosley, I'm trying to tell you I'm a furry. Get with the picture.
Do you know anything about Marie Laveau?
Is she that redheaded chick that works at Freddy's?
No.
Then I don't know her.
New Orleans.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
Ah, I'm too sentimental to say anything else about it.
It's insult him again.
So how do you find anything in this office?
Not if.
It looks like a war zone in here.
Hey,
That
I
penalty
get my
is
job
too
done.
low.
I'm a detective, not Betty Crocker.
Give him a nothing, man. You got a phone I can use?
Gabriel doesn't want to use the phone here.
Hi. Fine. Chair?
The visitor's chair is hard and uncomfortable. It
Fine. I guess I'll try to talk to the guy, possibly. I don't know where he's being
I'll
kept.
let you get back to it.
Later, Knight.
Is it this guy? That officer? Franks, talk to me. What do you know?
Excuse me, officer?
Yes?
Never mind.
Fine.
Rick didn't know anything, right?
Hey. Hey.
That was it. These were our dad's drawings. Snake Dragon Man. Probably was having the same dreams we were. I don't think I have anything that I can present. Okay, well, let's go elsewhere. Maybe the drummer guy is following
If
the
Gabriel
witness.
wants to talk to him.
That's that for now.
A
go-
sign on the
Ooh.
front door of Magenta's home reads, "Attuning with the spirit realm," back on June 22nd.
Ah, okay. So we haven't even had the opportunity to go to the Moonbeam, madam. Anyway. So she'll be back in 2 days, I think. I think it's the 20th now. Who else can we talk to about... Yeah, the voodoo code. This is on
Hello, Dr. John.
someone's
Glad you
grave.
could return to us, Mr. Knight.
Dr. John, you'll know about this. Right? Also, do you know about this?
Do you know this woman?
Magentia Moonbeam, yes. She is a local voodooian. There are many of them in New Orleans. They often do business selling gris-gris, telling fortunes, providing luck, and occasionally misfortune. I often refer those who seek a deeper experience with voodoo to her.
A deeper experience. Do you have any idea how long milk in the fridge stays good? As long as it smells good,
Could I
it'll
ask
be
you some
fine.
more questions?
Of course, I also find our dialogue stimulating.
Huh. You speak French, right?
Do you know what caprice encore means?
I fear my French is not all it should be, Mr. Knight.
Why does no one know French? St. John's Eve.
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
It is one of the important ceremonial nights in voodoo.
Animal masks?
Do you know anything about animal masks?
I used to have some antique African totem masks, but they were on the point of disintegration, so I removed them.
Do you ever get any wackos in here?
You mean, besides yourself?
Yeah, besides me.
I do not care to make those kinds of judgments, Mr. Knight. All are welcome here.
We get some serious sass from these characters. Okay. Let's... Can we show him the scales?
Why would Dr. John be interested in that scale?
He has a snake behind him. Maybe he knows something. What about this one?
Perhaps Gabriel should learn more about the scale before showing it to anyone.
How am I supposed to learn more about the scale if I don't ask people about it? What about the voodoo code?
Do these
Hello.
symbols mean anything to you?
No, they look like nonsense to me. Where did you get them, if I might inquire?
I saw them scribbled somewhere. Just graffiti, I guess.
I see. By the way, I forgot to warn you, Mr. Knight. The local cemeteries are quite dangerous. Muggers, vandals. I would avoid going there alone if I were you.
Really? Thanks for the advice.
Dr. John didn't seem too thrilled with those symbols the first time he saw them.
I was wondering if there's anything more. Didn't tell me anywhere near as much as I was hoping. What about this?
Does this pattern look familiar to you?
Where did you get that?
You do recognize it then?
I have never seen it before in my life.
Are you sure about this
Lie.
pattern?
I am sure, Mr. Knight.
Lie. So far, we have seen or know of 2 to possibly 3 different snakes. The snake at the lake, at the crime scene, which could or could not be the snake that is behind Dr. John. The snake that was around the fortune teller's neck. And if this snake is a different one, then this one here too. 3 snakes, 3 dragons. I reckon this is probably a different snake. Now this dude is bad at lying. Dave Fennoy is the voice actor for Dr. John. Love Dave Fennoy. He's brilliant. 2 weeks, maybe 3? Give it a little taste. Give it a little sniff. Give it a little taste. See how it is. Don't down the whole thing, just a sip. Put it in a glass first. Enjoy your lurk 97. Be having a wonderful evening. Never seen something. Why do you react? How do you have it? Yes.
The python is quite dangerous. I would stay back if I were you.
Thanks for the advice.
Okay, that's fine.
The snake is too far away.
It's not what it was.
A
Shame.
very large, very formidable looking snake is secured in a plexiglass cage. Gabriel has no interest in the noisy fan at the moment.
Okay.
The fan might operate.
So we can't actually flick the switch on the fan at the minute. Nothing else to check. Oh, bless. At least I don't think there's anything else to check.
Walk carefully out there.
Who else could we call? Did we have a phone? Back at our place?
Hey, Grace. Here.
Oh boy, party time.
I think we did have a phone somewhere, right? Yeah, there it is.
Gabriel would rather use the phone in his studio.
Ah, she's so needy. Where's the phone in here? There it is. Is this a rotary phone? No. Okay.
Somewhere there's a Norlands phone book missing one of its C pages.
Yeah. I'd like to look at it, please. We could just go down the list. 555-0127. 0127 dial.
Hello.
Is this the Casino residence?
Yes. What can I do for you?
Do you or does anyone in your family patronize the Dixieland drugstore?
I'm a busy man. What are you selling?
Nothing.
Good. Goodbye.
Wrong casino. That's fine.
Somewhere.
Nope. This one. Not Casino B. I wonder if we can call all of these people. Interested. Agent Critter's veterinary cleric. Can we adopt a dog from a vet? Likely not, but worth a try.
Cajun Critters Animal Clinic. This is Melissa.
Snakes.
Do you know anything about snakes?
Our doctors see just about any type of animals, but we don't get many snakes.
Okay, thanks.
What a vet. What do you know about animal sacrifice?
Know anything about animal sacrifice?
What are you, some kind of sicko?
Yeah. Probably shouldn't have hung up, to be honest.
Cajun Critters Animal.
Madame Casino?
Do you have a Madame Casino as a client?
Madame Casino? Sure, I know her. She's not now, though.
She has a
Really?
pet.
She told me she'd be there. Would you happen to have her address by any chance?
Yes, but I'm not sure I should give it out. Who are you again?
She's one of my major pride. She's my aunt.
She's my aunt, and I've sort of lost touch.
I'm sorry, but I don't feel right about giving her address out. Goodbye.
Okay, so if we need her address, we can call the vet. It's interesting. Well, let's continue calling these actual numbers. So many people, though. Could we try one more? C, the World Travel Agency, 555-0113.
Hello, see the World Travel Agency. How may I help you?
Get me out of here. Specials.
What are your specials?
Well, our least expensive trip is 4 days, 3 nights in St. Croix for $1,250. Of course, we have much nicer packages available.
Well, that's certainly special.
About a trip to the Caribbean.
How much for a trip to the Caribbean?
Well, our least expensive trip is 4 days, 3 nights in St. Croix for $1,250. Of course, we have much nicer packages available.
Exactly
I'm
the
sure
same
your
answer.
packages are astonishing, but that's out of my league.
Is there something else I can help you with?
Anderson,
I
Indiana.
always wanted to visit Anderson, Indiana.
I'm so sorry, but you can't get there from here.
Get me out of here.
Can you just get me out of here,
Thanks,
please?
Sleepless.
I'd be happy to send you anywhere, sir, but I need a destination.
Except for Indiana, huh? Wrong number.
Sorry, wrong number.
Thank you. Goodbye.
This is great that you can call so many people, though. Should we call anyone else? Cauliflower or cauliflower? Okay, Casino 122.
Hi, Casino residents.
Hi, I was wondering if you could help me.
Yeah?
A woman in the Dixieland drugstore dropped her purse today, and the name Casino was inside it.
Dixieland Drugstore? Never heard of it. Sorry.
Wrong Casino. Try again. Casino A. It's 128.
Hello?
Hello, I'm
Hello?
calling from the Dixieland drugstore. We have an order for you.
Dog. It's her.
Be quiet. Who is this?
I'm a friend of the owner.
I'm sure I don't know what you're talking about.
Really? Alright. 555-0123.
Casino residents, may I help you?
Hi, you've won a customer raffle at the Dixieland drugstore.
No soliciting, please.
Oh. None of those worked, huh? I'm fairly sure it's Casino A. Because there was a dog in the background, and the lady we saw had a little yappy dog. I guess now we try the veterinary clinic.
Cajun Critters Animal Clinic. This is Melissa.
Hello, Melissa.
About Madame Casino, I really need to get her address.
I just don't know. Why did you need it again?
I'm worried about Castro.
I'm worried about Castro. He's missed 3 dance lessons.
Castro? Her little doggy? Oh, he's so sweet. Well, I guess if you know Castro, it's okay. Her address is 345 Dauphine.
Thanks.
That's a breach of GDPR. Find Madame Casino's address. Stalking 101. Yep. That was achievement, I suppose. Grace, can you look some more stuff up for us, or no?
Got a minute?
What's up?
Crest
Could you do
research.
some research for me?
Sure, what?
This pattern.
I have a pattern I need you to research.
Okay, so I don't need to ask anybody else about it, because she'll do it for me.
How interesting. What is it?
It's a reconstruction of the tracings they found around the murder victims. The ones done in flour and blood.
Yuck. You shouldn't carry this kind of thing around. Who knows what these symbols mean?
Well, wear your evil banishing gloves if you want, but check it out for me, would you?
I'll see what I can find out. Anything else?
Hey, they don't have digital phones, GDPR wasn't in fucking planning. True. Actually, when was GDPR put into work? EU General Data Protection Regulation. Yada yada. Privacy security law in the world. Strongest privacy and security law in the world. Regulation had updated and modernized the principles of the 1995 Data Protection Directive. This game takes place in 1993. 2 years before the directive takes place. You're absolutely right. There's nothing like it in 93. And yes, GDPR itself was an updated version of the 1995 thing. Came into effect in 2016. Or it was adopted in 2016 and then finished in 2018. Also, it's USA. That's true, actually. Yes, sorry. This is New Orleans.
I'm out.
They probably still don't have anything like
set
that.
out the store while I'm gone.
Uh-huh.
Okay. It's just the dog. Alright, we don't need to go there straight away. We should hit up the university to learn more about religion.
It looks like the lecture is just starting.
Fantastic.
Voodoo is the tribal religion of Africa, but the name voodoo is actually a banner heading, under which resides an entire body of distinct tribal belief systems. The word voodoo may sound familiar to you. What is known in the States as voodoo is actually an amalgamation of African religious systems, voodoo, and European religions, primarily Catholicism. All of these subcults of African voodoo have certain things in common. The most important is the worship of a pantheon of spirits, instead of the single deity that the Christian and Muslim systems have. Some of these spirits are elementals. Some relate to specific tasks or places. Some represent important tribal leaders who have died. This spirit worship is what makes voodoo so easily adaptable. With all these spirits, it's no problem to add a few more. Say, for example, the Virgin Mary. At the height of tribal Africa, warfare was common. One tribe would conquer another, and the Loa, important in the conqueror's tribal system, would be adopted readily into the conquered tribe's Loa pantheon. In this way, many of the voodoo cults spread and mingled throughout tribal Africa, enriching the belief system and causing innumerable offshoots. The basis for the voodoo religion seems to be as old as man himself. It has much in common with many early pagan practices: animal totems, sympathetic magic, elemental spirits in the trees, the heavens, the bodies of the sick. Africa is believed by many to be the cradle of the human race. Some of the voodoo Loa may be as old as the Garden of Eden itself. We still can't explain some of the real power of these primal religions. And note, I said primal, not primitive. There are African Bokors who baffle our scientists with their supernatural powers. Now, let's discuss the elements of voodoo.
Fascinating guy.
In voodoo, the spirits are called the Loa. During a voodoo ceremony, celebrants are possessed by the Loa. This is called being ridden. The human worshipper is seen as a horse, and the Loa as the divine horseman. A person being ridden by a Loa takes on the characteristics of that spirit and becomes, in effect, merely a vessel for the more powerful entity. Some of the older original Africa Loa include Dambala, the great serpent god, Ezuli, the mistress of love, Papa Nebo, or Gede, the lord of death, Awe, the spirit of water, Legba, spirit of the crossroads, and the cruelest and most dangerous, Ogun Badagri, the lord of destruction.
Grigri.
I gotta get more sleep at night.
Tribe-specific Loa can have as much or more power as the more widely worshipped Loa. For instance, a particular tribe might revere highly the Loa of an ancestor who was a legendary hunter or politician. Voodoo temples are called Houndfors. Their priests, Houngan or Bokors, their priestesses, Mama Loa. In a Voodoo Houndfor, there's a ritual circle marked by a center pole called a Poto Meton. During ritual conclaves, initiates dance under the supervision of a Bokor and a Mama Loa, or head priestess. The use of totems or animal masks and markings was not uncommon in the original African ceremonies. Now, though, all but the oldest sects have abandoned this practice. Ritual objects used during the conclaves included the ritual gourd, or asan, the ritual knife, or kubasa,
That knife gives me the chills.
the ritual whip, or fouetcache, and the ritual coffin, or seke madule. These
these
items
things are in the
often
shop.
optional, called for by the Mama Loa for specific magical rituals. The Mama Loa is the most powerful figure in any Voodoo sect. Voodoo is a truly
museum.
matriarchal system. Even the Bokor knows his power is limited. The Mama Loa is the supreme woman. She goes out of her house at night, sees many things, and tries to get butterflies, and at night again she sees other things, including fireflies.
Gabriel, you pay attention. This is really interesting.
Firelight. Gabriel?
What? Can't see.
Gabriel, get in.
Can't. It's too small for me.
You must get in, Gabriel.
It's not mine. Too small.
Hide, Gabriel, hide.
No! Let me out! Help!
Young man, the lecture is over.
Oh my god. Sorry.
Sit through the voodoo lecture. Achievement. I was really into that lecture. We've learned a lot about religions. Having played The Forgotten City and then diving into this, I knew next to nothing about voodoo religions and culture. But then this game on top of, you know, the Egyptian and Greek, Roman and Sumerian that we learned. It's been a theme over the last month or so. Okay. Do we have anything we could give? Oh, maybe this. In the code? Yeah. Talk to the lecturer. Actually, let's look around first.
The podium, Hartridge's throne. Gabriel isn't in the mood to give a lecture. Gabriel isn't in...
Okay, fine. Lecture.
Gabriel's in one of the lecture halls at Tulane.
Yes, I'm aware.
A lighted sign says...
Fantastic.
A projection screen dominates the front of the hall.
Lovely. Speaker.
There's a PA speaker on the wall.
In
The
his
door
office.
to Hartridge's office is locked.
And that's everything, is it? Okay. Well, let's talk to the dude.
Dr. Hartridge is sharp-eyed and even sharper-tongued. When he condescends to look at Gabriel at all, it is with a dismissive glare.
Very educational streams, and I enjoy it that way, I think. Relaxed and educational.
No. My name is Knight. Gabriel Knight.
Well, you've already
love
interrupted
to learn
and
new
slept
things.
through my lecture, Mr. Knight. I hope you have something worthwhile to do here. If you figure it out, let me know.
Ooh, finally, someone who knows how to speak French. Wonderful. There's a lot to talk about. Let's just go down the list.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
You already sat through my lecture on the subject, Mr. Knight. Perhaps next time you could stay awake and learn something.
And even the lecturers are slamming us. God damn.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
I've read about them in the papers. I must admit to some interest. But according to the newspapers, the voodoo aspect is faked, so I haven't really pursued it. You know how Americans, especially Hollywood, treat voodoo. I'm sure there are many so-called practitioners out there that have no idea what they're doing or the power they're playing with.
New Orleans?
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
I find it interesting to see the occasional fragment of voodoo practices in the everyday culture of New Orleans.
Enjoy it very much when games teach actual knowledge. It is a win-win situation. One of my favorite YouTube channels of all time, and where I get a lot of my science/space, I suppose much the same thing, knowledge, Kurzgesagt, it's a German channel. They are currently, or just announced, making a video game. I'm sure it's going to be very, very educational. I do want to play it. I don't know if it'll be something for the channel, but I'll likely play it. Looking forward to that.
What else can you tell
Yes,
me
I
about
agree,
New
fully.
Orleans?
The Catholic Church has always dominated in New Orleans, and its imagery, in turn, has dominated New Orleans voodoo.
It's interesting that voodoo isn't shy to adopt new gods or figures.
What else can you tell me about New Orleans?
If there's more you wish to know, perhaps you should read my books.
Another one, but I didn't know they were making a game. Thank you for sharing this information. Yeah, no worries. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me double check that it wasn't an April Fool's thing, because I learned about it about 2 weeks ago. Let's gesagt game. No, it wasn't a joke, as far as I can tell. That's good.
Do you know anything about snakes?
I'm not a zoologist, Mr. Knight, but I know all I care to about reptiles.
Alright. St. John's Eve?
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
It's June 23rd, the feast day of St. John the Baptist. But June 23rd has been a sacred day since the earliest times. Ancient sun worshippers used to roll a flaming wheel down a hill to celebrate the sun's descent on that day.
A burning wheel. Huh.
That's fun. Cabri Sankor.
Do you know what Capri Sanko means?
Cabri Sankor? Yes, I do. It's a Haitian term, I believe. It's French, and literally translates as goat without horns.
As in a female goat?
No, as in a human sacrifice.
Oh.
Sacrifices in voodoo are usually of the animal variety. Chickens, bulls, goats. If the gods demand a goat without horns, it means a human being.
Oh dear. Well, that's not good. The dude in the store was calling us a human sacrifice. What could you tell me about Marie Laveau?
Do you know anything about Marie Laveau?
While I find the colloquial bastardizations of voodoo somewhat interesting, from a sheerly intellectual point of view, there's not a lot of relation between people like Laveau and true voodoo practices.
Guess since the religion is founded on many groups of people getting together, it's not like there are exactly that core parts in terms of gods. Well, I don't know. It depends on the different cultures, right? But you might be right. It's just not something that is very common. Oh, excuse me. Not something very common that religions would be like, yeah, okay, we'll add another one. Oh, you have a god as well? Yeah, they're a part of our thing now.
Do you know anything about animal masks?
As I said in my lecture, which I assume you actually listened to, is that animal masks, totems, are used extensively in most African voodoo religions.
Vevs?
Do you know anything about veves?
If you'd taken notes during my lecture, you wouldn't have to ask.
I'm sorry. Dambala?
Tell me about Dambala.
Dambala is one of the major Rada Loa, also known as Dambala Wedo. He is an ancient Dahomian rain god, often represented as a large boa constrictor.
Ah.
Dambala is the most powerful and most violent of the Rada Loa. The Rada Loa are typically benevolent, as opposed, say, to the Patro Loa. He is still worshipped heavily in Haiti, and when voodoo first started in New Orleans, the early conclaves were reportedly based on the worship of the great zombie, the great serpent, Dambala.
Was not prepared for that bullman slide. Yeah, seemed very Greek, didn't it? So then the people that we dream about, the leopard woman, is someone that is possessed by a Lua, then taking on the form of the Lua, and being able to escape, right?
Tell me more about Dambala.
I have extensive courses in the Loa running next semester. Perhaps you should take one of those, Mr. Knight.
Okay. Yeah, I will. Tell me about Ogun Badagris. This is the bad one, right?
Tell me about Ogun Badagri.
Ogun Badagri is one of the Patroloa.
Yeah.
The Patroloa are much more violent than the Radaloa. Some people believe the Patroloa originated in Haiti, but I have found some evidence that the Patroloa were African as well, though worshipped only by a small voodoo tribe, and a very bloody one.
Ooh. Okay, more?
Tell me more about Ogun Badagri.
He is a chief nasty, Mr. Knight. He is the spirit of war and destruction.
It just seemed so colloquial. He's a chief nasty. Tell me about yourself.
Tell me about yourself.
All right, Mr. Knight. I'm 35, a fully tenured professor at this
Only
university,
5 years
as
older
well
than
as a
me.
fellow at Cambridge. My doctorate was
you.
obtained at Syracuse. Yes, Syracuse, in religious studies. I'm an agnostic, but I find human belief systems fascinating. I specialize in African religions because I grew up there. My father was a Protestant missionary. And I am heterosexual, when I practice sex at all, which isn't very often. Any other questions?
Oh, no.
Fine.
Good on you, Professor. I am a heterosexual when I practice sex, which isn't very often at all. He was prepared. He did his homework. He's been asked that before. But he's 5 years older than me, and he's like a fully tenured professor here and at Cambridge, and he grew up in Africa. Super well traveled. He must come from an extensively rich family. My dude got that self-burn on the fucking button. Yeah, maybe he also dreams of being burned at the stake at night, with all these burns happening
I'd
during
really
the day.
like to know more about you.
There have been several articles written about me, Mr. Knight, as well as blurbs on my book jackets. If you want a biography, read.
Damn. How does Gabriel Knight not have an absolutely shattered confidence at this point? He takes all of these, like, sucker punches and just
Your
carries
lecture
on
was
with his
terrific.
day.
Oh, you think so? You were snoring so loud, I
Brain
didn't
too
think you
smooth.
heard it.
That's me, I suppose, as well.
You must travel a lot.
Yes, to Africa mainly.
I'm very interested in voodoo myself right now.
How nice for you.
Nice for me. Human sacrifice.
Tell me more about human sacrifice.
It's very rare. Most voodoo practices do not include human sacrifice as a matter of record, but it is theoretically possible, if that's what the gods demand. For example, one of the chants I had translated for me from a Haitian ritual went like this. Mistress Ezuli, come and aid us. If a cock is demanded, we will give it. If a bull will suffice, behold it. But if a goat without horns is required for sacrifice, oh, where will we find one? Ezuli is the gentlest of Loire, so they call on her for mercy. But I have seen grown and powerful Houngan tremble before a possession by one of the more violent Loire, such as Papa Nebo. Clearly, they are afraid that something of the sort will be ordered, or that Loire will simply take it for themselves.
More.
Tell me more about human sacrifice.
I wouldn't dwell on it. Most voodoo sects probably haven't seen a human sacrifice for several generations.
Okay. We've learned everything. We are now a professor. No! We didn't show him all the stuff we had. I'm glad I remembered. Okay. So we have this and this. I think it's just the two. That would be useful to show him. How do I make my brain smooth like that?
Can you tell me anything about this?
Years of practice, I suppose.
Wow. Interesting. Very interesting. Mind if I copy this?
Be my guest.
Great. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Here you go. You know, this is a fascinating veve. You must tell me all about its origin.
Actually, I was hoping you'd tell me. Can you figure out anything about it from the symbols?
Well, some. That's why I wanted a copy. I want to research the design myself.
Have you heard of the voodoo murders?
No. You're kidding. Really? Then the voodoo is authentic. The newspapers are wrong. Boy, are they wrong.
Oh, it is real
you think
voodoo
this
then.
Veve is authentic?
Authentic? Mr. Knight, that's like asking if the Mona Lisa is a painting. Tell you what, I'll look into these symbols myself and see what I can learn about the sect that made this. I'll give you a call when I have more information.
Okay.
You are associated with the police, aren't you?
Absolutely. But I'm undercover. You can contact me at St. George's Bookshop in the quarter.
All right. Now, I'd like to get started on this, if you don't mind.
I guess if we came here first, we would have been like, yeah, here's my badge. Right. We have one more thing to show you, probably.
Can you tell me anything about this?
No. I've never seen those symbols. Therefore, they're probably meaningless.
Really? Are you sure?
I'm never wrong, Mr. Knight. Therefore, sure is not in my vocabulary.
He's never wrong. This professor has never made a single mistake in his life. That's why he's a heterosexual that only sometimes gets laid. Oh, still haven't gotten over that line. Is that doctor gonna fucking die? $5 on that? Bet. Alright. I meditate until it smoothens out. I do enjoy a good bit of meditation. Hey, if it works, let me know. Okay. We've been to the police station with little to no success, so we may need to go back there at some point. We've not gathered any other, like, new information so far. Journal. And we've actually made quite a lot of progress today then. Hold on. Bingo, never let it slide that little white lies aren't useful. I got Madame Casano's address. Yep, we'll get back to that. There's something about a college lecture hall that never fails to make me fall asleep. I did learn some stuff though. In voodoo, they worship a pantheon of spirits called Lua. A Lua can be an elemental spirit or a god or even an ancestor. During a voodoo ceremony, worshippers can become possessed or ridden by a Lua. Some Lua are Dambala, the great serpent god, Erizuli, the mistress of love, Papa Nebo or Gede, the lord of death, Agwe, the spirit of water, Legba, spirit of the crossroads, Ogun Badagris, the lord of destruction. In a voodoo Honfor, like a temple, there's a ritual circle marked by a center pole called a Poto Mitan. There's a pattern on the ground called a Veve. Only the oldest sects still use animal masks. Ritual items include the ritual gourd or asong, the ritual knife, or kubasa, the ritual whip, or fwetkash, and the ritual coffin or seke maduli. These items might be called for by the head voodoo priestess or mamalua for a specific ritual. Cabri Sankor means goat without horns or a fancy way of saying human sacrifice. The voodoo murder victims are sacrifices, but to what or who? This is sick. I'm never letting anyone tell me I've got an ego without pointing them to this Professor Hartridge guy. Damn, he doesn't think the murders are real. Guess who doesn't know anything after all, buddy? I'd love to prove him wrong. This game needs more jazz? Oh, that'd be great. Or blues, that would work. Isn't blues big in New Orleans? I'm not sure. It's hard not to think about fish. Lily, you just said earlier that you're not addicted. You're making great progress. Don't fall back on it now. I think I know about New Orleans is that vampires love to party that. They do?
Tall windows flank the front of the mansion.
This is a mansion? I thought like it was an apartment building.
Gabriel stands at the door of an old quarter residence. The neighborhood is a little shabby, but this particular building is freshly painted.
I don't think it is. I think that's a lie. Looking at it, this does not seem freshly painted. The green doors, maybe, but... Hello.
Yes? Who is it?
It is I. A land shark.
Land shark.
You are no Bill Murray.
Played.
Yes? Who is it?
Alright, okay, alright. That's, pet supply salesman?
I've got some great pet supplies. Coochie coochie coo, little doggy.
Yappy thing.
Castro has everything he needs. Don't you, Castro?
Thanks a lot, Castro.
Try again.
Yes? Who is it?
Alright. Magazine subscriptions isn't gonna work. Voodoo article, can we talk, madam? He is interested in voodoo. I'll just ask if we could talk.
Please let me talk to you, Madam Casino.
I do not talk to strangers, young man.
Okay, now. Alright. Stranger danger. Used to its maximum.
Yes?
Voodoo.
Hi, I'm doing an article on voodoo, and I heard that you are...
I'm a good Catholic young man. Take your evil influence elsewhere.
But I just have a few questions.
I can feel the evil eye. Go away.
Do you want me to fucking break your window, love? I'm from London. I've probably done it before.
Yes?
Don't
Who
quote
is
me
it?
on that. Magazine.
I have some fine magazine subscriptions for sale.
I am sorry, I am not interested.
Ah. Brick it. I can't brick it.
Tall windows flank the front of the mansion.
No, well. Why can't I talk to her?
Yes? Who is it?
Voodoo article?
Hi, I'm doing an article.
I told you no. This house is under the protection of the
Ooh,
saints.
different
Now,
response.
go away.
Can we piss her off enough to get her to talk to us?
Yes?
Wrong
Okay.
house.
Fine. Good.
There is nothing we can do here. Maybe another day. I'm curious to go back to the voodoo shop, the drugstore, and be like, why the fuck did you call me a human sacrifice?
Mm-hmm.
Oi. Talk to me, Willie. Or won't he?
Mind if I ask you a few questions?
Ask what you want. I answer what I want.
Cabri Sanko.
I found out what Cabri Sanko means. How did you know about human sacrifice?
I never said them words, monsieur. You must have heard them from someone else.
Right, I forgot that he just lies to us. St. John's Eve, tell me.
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
It's the biggest night of the year in voodoo.
What goes on exactly?
I couldn't say.
Then how do you know it's the biggest night of the year, huh?
Does the name Ogun Badagri mean anything to you?
Don't talk like that around here, man.
I thought you didn't know anything.
Do you know anything about Veves?
Like the ones in the voodoo rituals they do for the tourists.
Thank you, Sleepless.
Right.
I'm getting all riled up by this guy.
No? This is a curio shop.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting.
Dambala.
Have you ever heard of Dambala?
Dambala is an African legend about a great serpent. Folklore. That's
Should
all.
have some snacks. That'd be nice. Willie Jr.
Would you take 50 for Willie Jr.?
Don't insult me, monsieur. The price is $120.
What? You said you'd sell it for 100 before.
You misheard, monsieur. The price was always 120.
You bastard.
Would you take 50?
Don't insult.
Don't like this guy. Full of lies. Tell me about this voodoo code.
Do you know anything about these crosses? I think there's some kind of code.
Look like a lot of hand tracks to me, man.
What about if I show you this?
Do you recognize this pattern?
Don't look familiar at all, monsieur.
Nothing else is gonna stick, I don't think. Gale?
Do you know anything about snake scales?
I got some snake root and snake powder, but I order them whole.
Nothing. It's got nothing. Get me out of here. Okay, back to the Voodoo Museum, I think.
Hello, Dr. John.
Glad you could return to us, Mr. Knight.
Thank you, sir. Now I'm gonna look at this shrine and the various things you got
The
hanging around.
voodoo shrine is filled with items that both fascinate Gabriel and also make his skin crawl.
Professor Hartridge called this a Sake Madule.
He did. Wreck it.
That doesn't seem to...
No. Ah.
Gabriel can't...
Oh. Voodoo dolls, skull crosses, black candle. None of these other things are gonna work. No way. It's a knife on the wall.
Gabriel doesn't want...
Yeah, right. I'd probably cut my own head off with that thing.
John.
Given
Talk to me again.
demand size, that doesn't seem advisable.
Okay, well, just talk to me.
Could I ask you some?
Of course.
Okay, so I can ask you about each of these lure.
Have you ever heard of Damballa?
Of course. It is one of the Loa.
Okay, what about the others?
Does the name Ogun Badagri mean anything to you?
I do not believe so.
Isn't he one of the Loa?
Perhaps. I am not familiar with some of the more obscure Haitian and African Loa.
You run a museum for this stuff, sir. You know about Badagris.
Do you know anything about Veves?
I believe they have something to do with Haitian voodoo. But that is not really my area.
Unless Badagri was Haitian. Oh, I don't remember.
You're a big guy, aren't you? You work out, play sports?
I do not play basketball, if that is what you want to know.
Who, me? No, you just look like such a natural athlete.
I do find ways of keeping fit, Mr. Knight. After all, our bodies are temples.
Good on you.
Gabriel has
Okay, fine. Oh, the what? Yeah.
Don't
whip's
the
up there.
voodoo call a ritual whip a fouet cache?
That knife looks familiar. Probably from Hartridge's slides.
What did
Yeah.
he call it? Kabasa?
Yeah. That. And then there was something else, wasn't there? I don't remember.
Goodbye, Dr. John.
Goodbye, Mr. Knight.
Alright. I'm running out of ideas. So been here. We've not been to the cathedral yet today. Again, no one here. Fine. Move on to the
The sign says the
outlook.
Overlook's closed for repairs until June 21st.
Ah, okay, that's tomorrow. St. Louis Cemetery? Maybe we go back? Maybe we get mugged. That would be a development. Ah.
Gabriel can't take anything from the tomb wall.
I don't think I can compare these two things, but
Using that on the tomb.
no, it was worth a try. It grabbed this brick for some reason.
Gabriel likes the idea of leaving marks on the tomb. But at the moment, he's not sure what to say or how to say it.
Right, okay, so we use the red brick to make the red markings on the wall for when we want to do something with it. Can we go to the right tomb?
I don't need to go visit the family tomb today.
Nope, guess not. Any more offerings?
Food, trinkets, and more unsettling things have been left at Marie Laveau's tomb as offerings from believers.
Lovely.
The tomb is
Okay, that's fine.
This is the tomb of Marie Laveau.
Yeah, we know that. Over to the Getty tomb. Oh, Miss Getty. Hello.
Malia?
Mr. Knight, what are you doing here?
My family's tomb is here.
Mine too.
Unnoticed. Subtle.
Well, Mr. Knight, if there's nothing else.
Don't go. I need to talk to you.
Whatever for?
Okay.
I can't stop thinking about you. I've been in your thoughts too. I can see it in your eyes.
Mr. Knight, you don't know anything about me. I'm not in a position to get involved.
I've said that a million times myself, but this is different. I think we both know we can't fight it. Oh, I can't believe I'm saying this.
I have so many obligations. My family is very traditional. You wouldn't understand.
Hey, I love tradition. I've seen Fiddler on the Roof 100 times.
This isn't a musical, Mr. Knight. We live in different worlds.
Look, I know you got more money than God. Do you think I care? Do you think that's why I'm saying this?
No, I don't.
Why don't you come see my world? I've got a little bookshop, St. George's on Bourbon.
I know.
See, I knew it. You're crazy about me, too. Come by tonight. Please? My world isn't so bad.
I'm sorry, but there's no place for someone like you in my life. Not now, not ever.
Damn it.
Maybe take the hint, bro. Star-crossed lovers have a fated run-in. Did she leave it unlocked? That dude is about as cooperative as ice on a driveway.
Locked shut.
Sure is. We still don't have... Wait. He's still here. She's just hanging out behind the wall, waiting for us to leave. I love that. It didn't get rid of her as she walked away. I see you over there, Maria.
I don't need to...
Okay. Well... At least we've had a chat.
The imposing.
Do we then go to her place? Where is her place? Oh yeah, we still needed to figure out what to do with the police department. So we didn't have much luck there. French Quarter. Oh no, that was... yeah, okay. Yeah, we're like zooming out when we do this. Get to the mansion. She's not home. Let's break in. Right? No, maybe not.
May I help you?
Hello?
It's you. Ms. Geddy is not at home, sir.
Can you tell me where she is? It's very important.
She's visiting her mother's grave, Mr. Knight. Something even you can't be tasteless enough to want to interrupt.
So that's her mum that's in that mausoleum? Crypt? I don't know. Marley's visiting her family tomb in St. Louis Cemetery. She did mention her mother passed away recently. Poor thing. Marley feels it too, I knew it. I saw it in her eyes. She could barely keep them off me. But her trembling just being close to me. Damn it. She just stopped denying it. So much for southern hospitality. Madame Casino is a nut. Who trust Willie Walker, who won't let a nice young man like me in her house. I need a totally new approach to get her to trust me enough to let me in. How can I get her to trust me? How do I get her to trust me? I don't think there's anything else that we can do at the police station. Right? Mosley isn't as bad at interrogating as I thought. He's kind of a hard ass, really. This guy Crash is terrified of his bosses, whoever they are. Real Twitchy kept muttering about how he'd be in trouble because this time he wasn't supposed to be at the police station. Felt a bit sorry for him. Maybe,
Hello, beautiful. It's me.
What was her name?
The excitement of
Grace.
seeing you is killing me.
Maybe she's discovered something.
Got a minute, Grace?
We could talk to you about these things, but I don't know that you're going to know much.
Does the name Ogun Badagri mean anything to you?
Ugh, no. Makes my skin crawl, though.
I didn't think so.
Have
Dambala?
you ever heard of Dambala?
No, sorry.
Beves?
Do you know anything about Veves?
Not a clue. Sorry.
Worth a try.
Ritual patterns used in voodoo.
Fascinating. I can't help you out, though.
I think Grace is going to be integral to us surviving this game. Wait a minute. Maybe a disguise will help us get to talking with, what's-her-face?
The iridescent scale is hued olive green. It doesn't seem to match the scale from Lake Pontchartrain.
Okay. We can kind of compare those two. Which one was her number? 0128, I think. Ah. I'll try call her again. See if there's a different response now that we've met her in person.
Yes?
Hello, I'm calling from the Dixieland drugstore. We have an order for you.
Hush, Castro. I told you, I don't know what you're talking about.
She's very secretive. Meta photo, magnifying glass. I don't know where to go from here. I've learned so much, but don't know what to do.
A
This,
sign on the front
yeah,
door.
June 22nd. This was June
The sign says
21st. The cemetery. Oh, the dude's here now. Talk to him.
Hello there. Got a sec?
Go ahead. These folks ain't in no hurry.
You know anything about these gods?
Have you ever heard of Damballa?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Nope.
Does the name Ogun Badagri mean anything to you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Fine. Chat.
Kind of a quiet job you've got, isn't it?
Most of the time, yeah. They act up some at the full moon, though.
You must enjoy the company of dead folks.
Unlike the living, they ain't never given no reason to dislike them none.
Okay, well maybe if I show you some articles that we've discovered. Yeah, are you a fan of snakes? You're probably not a fan of snakes, but we can try.
Does this mean anything to you?
Nope.
Okay. How about this?
Does this mean anything?
Nope.
Nope. How about this?
Does this mean anything to you?
Nope.
Nope. How about this? Brick.
Does this mean anything to you?
It's a piece of brick. You can find them all over the cemetery.
Thank you. Insightful. Voodoo code.
Does this mean anything to you?
Sure, I see them marks all the time on the tombs. Don't know what they mean, though.
Okay, well, that's good. The Madam Moonlight thing?
Does this mean anything to you?
Nope.
Oh. Okay, right. No, not that one. The clay?
Does this mean anything?
Nope.
We still not found a use for the clay, interestingly. This?
Does this mean anything?
Nope.
Nope. Police?
Does this mean anything?
Nope. Murder?
Does this mean anything to you?
Oh.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph, son. Don't be showing that kind of thing to me. I'm an old man. I'm liable to just keel right over on you.
Sorry.
So maybe we can show the murder photo to more people. Probably won't get much more response than we just got, but...
Does this mean...
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
Does this mean anything?
Nope.
We have had the sketchbook, actually. Oh yeah, hold on. Maybe showing the sketchbook to some people that know about voodoo could be useful.
Hi.
Yeah. Willie, what do you know about this drawing?
Does this mean anything to you?
I don't know anything.
No, you are forever useless, bud.
Can I ask?
No. Okay. Nothing new. Why would there be anything new? Museum.
Hello, Dr. J.
Glad you...
Sketches.
Does this mean anything?
I cannot see.
No. How about I show you some murder, huh?
That doesn't seem to...
Could you look at this and tell me if you recognize anything about the ritual?
This is truly offensive. This is from one of those recent killings, is it not?
Well, actually...
But the police already know that this so-called voodoo ritual is fake. Voodoo is a respectable religion. This kind of thing has nothing to do with voodoo in the city.
Fine, let's say that's true. Are you sure there's nothing about the items in this photo?
There is nothing about this sickness that I would identify as voodoo. Nothing.
Thanks for looking, then.
You seem to be protesting a little bit too much over there, Dr. John. I've already shown him these bits and pieces, haven't I? Okay, then maybe the lecturer instead will be less offended to be shown photos of a crime scene. Alright.
Is there anything you can tell me about the voodoo aspects of this photograph?
This is a serious voodoo ritual. Nasty stuff.
In what way?
Let's see. I can't make out much detail from this photograph, except for the corpse, of course, but the wound, the face, and what little I can see of the ritual paraphernalia, it reminds me of certain black voodoo practices. Very rare. I've never witnessed them myself, you understand.
Really? Interesting. Thanks.
Okay. Alright, actually, good information. How about the sketchbook?
Can you tell me anything about this?
No. I'm afraid...
Never mind. He's not into reading dreams, I guess. Would you like a shirt and some gel?
Can you tell me...
No.
No. Snake scales.
Can you tell me...
No.
No. Huh. B. Why do we have this photo? Oh, we haven't been to the crime scene today. There's not going to be anything new, surely. Doesn't look like it. She's probably not back by now, right? Seeing as we've done pretty much nothing the entire time. Perhaps we just go back to the police station and be like, look at all these things we've discovered.
Uh,
It's worth a check. Just one last time here.
I told you.
Okay, yeah, nothing. We got nothing. Back to the police station. Casino. The police station and Casino are like the last two things that I need to really pursue for the day. Right.
Mostly, my man.
It's you. God help me.
Maybe because now we found out a bit more about voodoo by going to the lecture and things. We'll be able to talk about all of those things
Can I ask
to
you about some stuff?
Mosley.
You're the writer. Ask away.
And therefore, the dude that we're interrogating. Let's just go through all of them.
Do you know anything about veves?
What?
Veves. They're ritualistic patterns used in voodoo. You know, like those marks we found around the body.
You know what the department says about that, Knight? That voodoo stuff is faked.
Yeah, well, they're wrong. These veves...
Look, just stop worrying about those marks. I don't think they're relevant.
Mad. Black voodoo.
What do you know about black voodoo?
Black voodoo? Sounds like a put-on to me.
Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, actually, if black voodoo is a new dialogue option, maybe now we have to go back. Because we've only just found out about the term black voodoo from the professor. So maybe now we go to the museum again, or the shop owner, and ask about black voodoo.
Have you ever heard of Damballa?
You mean gumbo?
No, I mean Damballa.
Never heard of it.
Does the name Ogun Badagri mean anything to you?
Say what?
Ogun
Oh, Mosley.
Badagri. It's a voodoo loa.
Speak English or shut up, Knight.
Sorry, didn't mean to confuse you. Guess I'll take that as a no.
Anything else?
What's the status on the voodoo murders case?
You're as filled in as me.
Fine.
Are
Insult him.
those new shoes? What are those, loafers? Kind of a mud-brown suede kind of thing?
Hey, I'm on my feet all day, all right? Is that okay with you?
Mostly. I'm being perfectly sincere.
Yeah, you and my grandmother. Right.
Yeah, we're done with this. I don't think there's anything I can do. There's still this desk drawer that we haven't been able to get into. Let's go talk black voodoo. Maybe.
Hello, Dr. John.
Glad you...
Talk to me. I know you hate me, but talk to me.
Could I ask you...
Of course.
Do you know anything about black voodoo?
That sort of viewpoint makes my work very difficult, Mr. Knight. If there are one or two ignorant believers, that is none of my concern. And I do not care to promote a Hollywood interpretation of voodoo by discussing it.
Hey, he's very against the idea. Huh. Next. Really doubt that Willie here is going to be helpful.
Hi.
Maybe.
Can I ask you just a few...
Black voodoo.
Do you know anything about black voodoo?
Black voodoo? No such thing, I tell you for sure.
Why are you all making this so difficult for me?
The entire shelf is stocked with containers of High John the Conqueror root powder. The poster advertises a voodoo play from last fall.
Special St. John's Eve. Oh. Free bottle of lover come back to me oil. Or master gambling oil.
The sign says, Special Saint.
Yeah.
Log me up.
Log
My
me
French is lousy, but everyone in New Orleans knows what that means. A little something extra.
Why is this relevant to me?
Garlic, cloves, and other dried goods and spices are collected in the bowls.
I know where to come if I ever have a vac.
To the Casino residence. Maybe I accuse her of black voodoo. She'll be so insulted she'll talk to me. Right? Right?
Yes.
Fuck.
Wrong.
Fine.
Well, maybe I need a little hint. I've done so well. Did you make an impression with Madame Casino? Have you seen Malia today? Did you... yes. You talk to Professor Hartridge and give him something to research? Yes. Found out what Cabri Sans Corps means? Yes. Did you get Marxum Laveau's tomb? Yes. I've done all of that. Make an impression. What do you mean by make an impression? This phone book thing. See the World Travel Agency. That hint wasn't very helpful for me. Read the paper to learn about the lecture at Tulane. Done that. Drop in on Mosley at the station. Done that. Get the Veve from the artist in Jackson Square. Done that. Show Professor Hartridge the Veve. Done that. Talk to the drugstore owner to learn about Cabri Saint Corps. Yes, done that. Get the address for Madame Casino by making phone calls. Done that. Dress up as a priest. You're fucking kidding me. Why would I dress up as a priest? Oh, because of Catholicism. Really? Tell her what Cabri Saint Corps means. Make an imprint copy of Casino's bracelet. Make an imprint copy of Casino's bracelet. Go to St. Louis Cemetery to see Malia, copy the marks. I've done most of those things. I have the coat and the wax, I guess. She'll only talk to a priest. Seems so. Oh. Yeah, fair enough. I guess I never tried this.
There's a knothole about the size of a quarter in the wood paneling on that wall.
Okay.
The knothole is part of the paneling.
Why would I care about this? Magnifying glass.
Why leave that in the
Ants.
Why leave...
Oh, I'd forgotten that I could select myself with
Why
these
leave
items.
that?
Could have been useful this entire time.
Why leave...
Maybe not. Okay. Professional kneeler.
A padded bench provides a soft place for supplicating knees. A meshed window provides access to the confessional from the priest's booth. There's a small shelf under the meshed window.
Okay, well, use
Gabriel
these things.
can't take the knee.
Oh, use it, dummy.
May I help you, my child?
A blessing,
Could you
please.
give me a blessing?
Do you feel the need for a blessing?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
All right, if it will comfort you.
The priest blesses Gabriel through the confessional window.
Peace be with you, son.
Thank you, Father.
Is there anything else?
Questions?
Can I ask you a few questions?
The The confessional is not the best place for interviews, son. You can contact the parish offices if you need private counseling.
Fair.
I understand. Thanks, Father.
Is there anything else?
Thanks, Daddy-O. Confession.
I'd like to make a confession.
All right, if it'll make you feel better.
Whoa. This is a lot. Impure thoughts.
I've had impure thoughts about...
Hello, Harry.
Impure thoughts? You mean thoughts of sexual relations?
You could say that, but worse than what you mean.
Worse? You mean extreme sexual relations?
Well, not involving animals or anything.
Oh, well. Perhaps we should just leave it at that. Pray for forgiveness and say 10 rosaries. Is there anything else?
Why was the priest so feisty about you confessing at a confessional? Sinners be sinning. Franks.
I've done some pretty rotten things to my friend Mosley.
Rotten? What do you mean?
Practical jokes, insults, among other things.
I see. Are you sorry?
Well...
Pray for forgiveness and say 3 rosaries. Is there anything else?
Only 3 for pranks. Unpaid
I
assistant.
haven't paid my assistant for 3 months.
Have you had the money?
Nope.
Sounds like a matter for the courts, son, not the church. Is there anything else?
Selfish person.
Some people say I'm a selfish person, Father.
We can always strive to improve ourselves. Patterns can be broken.
Yes. Thank you, Father.
Is there anything else?
We are a womanizer.
I've had a lot of women, Father.
A lot? More than 10?
Yes, Father.
More than 20?
Yes, Father.
More than 40?
Yes, Father.
Son, I don't think this is a matter for a priest. I think you need a good therapist.
If we're counting therapists, then I'm up to at least, let's see here, count of the 1, and, this might take a while.
My son, I'm afraid my lunch break is coming on about now. Pray for forgiveness and say 20 rosaries.
20 rosaries.
On second thought,
It's that easy.
When you finish the math, say that many rosaries.
Gabriel hears him leave the confessional.
I should probably add 1 more rosary for that while I'm at it. I've been a bad boy.
Oh, Gabriel. Ah, Gabriel.
There is no one there to hear Gabriel's wicked confessions anymore.
Did he leave his stuff? Can I take the stuff?
I've always wondered how the other half lives.
Huh. A box.
Inside the box, Gabriel finds a
What?
modest
fellowship expands.
Oil used for
Praise
blessing.
the sub.
What has happened? Harry. Thank you for gifting a sub. I really appreciate that. You didn't need to do that. Thank you. How many times have I said I am not your son? It's fine. It's fine. The priest knows you're bound for a fiery end and just wants you out of his booth. I guess so. I guess so. Ah, the collar. That's what we needed. And oil.
That oil is for holy purposes, not the sort of thing Gabriel would want to use it for.
Gabriel, behave yourselves.
You never know when a priest's collar will come in handy.
Think I know who that is? Useless man? It's me.
Gabriel can...
Well, we've now stolen. Oh. And combine this. Yes! The entire outfit is ready. Look at us go. Get
There's
changed.
no reason to wear...
Fine. So I think it's someone from another community, really. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure who that is, to be honest. Talk to me, Casino.
All right. but this is private.
Look at us. We look great.
It's Father McLaughlin to see you.
Even put on an accent.
It's Father Gabriel.
Father Gabriel.
Don't get personal. You've already got me, you lucky devil.
Let's just check Discord and set community, and it is. Oh, lovely. Oh. Hopefully
Yes?
they
Who is it?
appreciate the emotes. And the gift itself, of course. I certainly do. Father McLaughlin.
It's Father McLaughlin to see you.
Father McLaughlin, you say? You must be new in the parish. I'm so pleased to meet you, Father. Do come in.
Thank you, my child.
Please be seated, Father.
Thank you.
Now, what can I do for you?
I would have loved to have heard Tim Curry's version of this accent. What in the Flash game is this, by the way? This is Gabriel Knight. I guess you weren't here for the first time we played it. My mistake. This is a point-and-click Sierra game from 1993. However, this is a remastered version of said original. I believe the remastered came out in 2016. It's pretty good. I'm enjoying it so far. It's all about a string of murders that have taken place in New Orleans in 1993. And they all have a voodoo kind of tie-in. And our character here, Gabriel Knight, is a womanizer, author, bookstore owner who is writing a new book about said voodoo murders. It's a detective game. It might have been actually. That description is familiar. When did we play it? When was it? Would have been like last Monday or Tuesday, I think. Yeah, about a week ago. This is a lovely home, by the way. Lovely home. Let's just take a look at everything.
The upholstered chair is less comfortable than it looks. It's a painting of a pretty young lady in old-fashioned clothes.
Madam in younger days?
Good heavens, no, Father.
The painting behind the couch is a Madonna and child. Madam's parlor is full of carefully dusted and polished relics of her past.
Okay.
It's a large antique cabinet. It's probably worth something. Madam would think Father McLaughlin was suspiciously snoopy if Gabriel did that.
Understandable. There's a plant.
The plant looks healthy, despite Gabriel's vague impression that Castro makes great use of it.
I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
An old table lamp with a fringe shade gives off what little light there is in the parlor.
Candles?
Madam seems to like candles. Gabriel wonders if these too are specialties of Mr. Walker's shop.
Could be. There's a rosary as well.
Madam finds comfort in these iconic images, it seems.
Box?
There's an old-fashioned jewelry box on the coffee table.
There's definitely something
Father
in it.
McLaughlin would never steal from one of his flock.
Gabriel Knight would, though. Okay, well, doesn't look like we're actually going to get anything from looking at stuff here, so let's just chat.
Nice doggy. Good Castro.
Did we just talk to Cast? We did. Okay. Fine. Let's chat.
Do you mind if I ask you a few questions, my child?
Of course not, mon père.
Why is the old lady speaking in third person? No. The old lady you were hearing before is the narrator for the game. This old lady is French. Hello, Fritz Lark. Maybe not then, I don't know. Brain's got a lot of static at the minute. Oh dear. Thanks to a lovely thing called dissertation. I do not envy you, Harry. We will distract you as best we can. Okay. Let's go down the list. Voodoo.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
People think I'm just a foolish old woman, but I know the things they do. My family's been in New Orleans since 1750, so I know more than most. Voodoo people are all over the city, in the shops, everywhere. They'll curse you like that, and most people don't even notice. Spit on your bread at the bakery. Take strands of your hair at the store when you try on clothes. Oh, you have to be so careful. But I know their ways, so I can protect myself. I know how to use the magic too, and I can counteract their evil spells.
What a thing to confess, even to a father. Hope you're doing well though, Fritzlark. You see the dog? It's not a very nice dog. It keeps barking at us and being a dick. Voodoo reminds me of the Babe. Going into this game, I knew nothing about voodoo. I've learned a lot. I can't say that I remember it all, but I've learned a lot.
Tell me more about voodoo in New Orleans.
It's just plain evil. It's dangerous to even discuss it.
Okay, murders.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
Voodoo murders? Ha! They are nothing new to me, Father. They happen all the time. I hardly go out anymore. It's too dangerous in the streets. They can get you anywhere, you know. Even here, in this room. But I try not to let them know about me. That's the best way.
She's a big believer in voodoo for someone that is such a strict Catholic, isn't she? Wears a cross, learns magic to counteract. Exactly, yeah. Tell me more.
What else do you know about the voodoo murders?
Shh! They'll hear you.
How long have you been in New Orleans?
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
The only true New Orleans are of French origin, you know? My family were among the original settlers of New Orleans. They came here from France. The Creole society used to be so gay in New Orleans.
Oh.
Now it
Good for
barely
them.
hangs on by its fingernails.
Snakes.
Do you know anything about snakes?
Snakes. They're evil creatures. Did you know that evil people can send them into your dreams? They can. That's why I never sleep.
Right, thanks.
Believing that things like magic exist while also believing in God. It's a class that gets you to which, you know, you're right, actually, Ash. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I suppose you could believe that it exists, but not practice it. But actually, she is practicing it. Oh dear.
Do you know anything else about snakes?
It would be bad luck to talk
Okay, in what
about
sense
that
do we think?
anymore.
Not in the cool way. Not with how old this lady is, I'm afraid. St. John's Eve?
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
Oh, St. John's Eve, mais oui. I used to love the St. John's Eve Mass at St. Louis Cathedral. Of course, it is also a night of great wickedness, worse than All Hallows Eve. They will corrupt anything, Father.
They? They who?
Oh, you know.
Do I know? I don't think I do know.
What else can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
I don't
Voodoo
think I should
users?
say any more
Or
about
believers?
that.
Users. Abri Sankor.
Do you have any idea what Cabri Sankor means?
Mais oui, I know. I bet you do not know, Father, n'est-ce pas?
Don't eat the chili. Goat without horns.
It means goat without horns.
Father, you surprised me. You do know what it means. You know what they mean by goat without horns, don't you? A human being. That's right. Slit your throat, cut out your heart. Pure evil murder.
Oh, she knows about human sacrifice. Okay, well, we'll still just go down the list.
Do you know anything about Marie Laveau?
Oh, her. I could tell you about her. Voodoo Queen? Ah. My great-grandmother was an acolyte of Marie Laveau. She knows the truth about her.
More.
Tell me more about Marie Laveau.
She was only a front for the real evildoers, Father. And that's the truth about Marie Laveau.
You got any animal masks around here for me to take?
Do you know anything about animal masks?
No, Father. I don't know anything about that.
Do you know anything about Veves?
No, Father. I don't know anything about that.
I mean, you can't know everything, I suppose. Black voodoo.
Do you know anything about black voodoo?
Oh, yes, Father.
I knew she'd
It
know
is
some
the
about this
wickedest
shit.
kind. The kind they practice here in New Orleans.
Damballa?
Have
About
you
the
ever heard
gods?
of Damballa?
No, Father. I don't know anything about that.
She seems to only be interested in the magic side of it.
Does the name Ogun Badagri mean anything to you?
No, Father.
Yeah, not the
I
actual
don't know
cultural role.
anything about that.
Religion. Human sacrifice.
Do you know anything about human sacrifice here in New Orleans?
Well, my great-grandma there could tell stories. She saw it. People say that sort of thing wasn't done in New Orleans, but the real voodoo queens did it. Oh, yes.
Tell me about yourself.
Tell me about yourself.
Me? I am Creole. My family has been in New Orleans for over 200 years. Real New Orleanians are French, you see. These days, the city is overrun with people with no heritage at all. No offense, Father, but it's true. But the French, naturellement, will always be the true blood of New Orleans.
Okay. Oh, there's more.
Tell me about yourself.
Well, Father, I don't know what else to say.
Oh, never mind, there isn't more. Chat.
It's so nice of you to invite me in.
Probably should have started with a nice chat.
I am always happy to see one of the good fathers.
More.
Do you find the weather to your liking?
It's terribly humid.
This accent
I
is
only
awful,
go out
to
in
be
the
honest.
morning
Not
and the
Madame
evening.
Casanos. I quite like her French accent. But the Irish New Orleans? It's strange.
What a delightful little dog you have.
Ah, yes, Castro is my boon companion.
Okay, well, real voodoo queens.
Who are the real voodoo queens?
Well, my great-grandmother told me that Lavaux was just a front, a flamboyant decoy. She distracted authorities from the real voodoo queen of New Orleans. It's been the same one for almost 200 years. She's head of a secret voodoo enfant. That's what they call their temples, you know. It's so secret, most of the voodoo people in the city don't even know about it. The real voodoo queen controlled Lavaux, gave her a little bit of power, and used her like a puppet.
How do you know all of this?
Tell me more about this secret voodoo hound for.
Well, I've never seen it. I wouldn't go near it if you bade me. But it's here in New Orleans, I guarantee it. I hear their drums at night, oh yes.
The
That's why I'm
drums.
so ill, I tell you, those drums. But we shouldn't talk about it. They'll hear us. It's the devil's work that happens there, I can tell you. I'll show you something secret. You mustn't tell anyone, Father.
I swear on my collar.
Here it is, mon père. A true object of evil if ever there was one.
Didn't want to take this
It
to a
radiates
priest. Oh, well,
something,
I guess we
all
are a
right.
priest.
It belonged to my great-grandmother. She told my mother that it was a token to gain entrance to the real voodoo ceremonies.
You don't say.
To tell you the truth, I've always felt nervous about having it in the house. You know, evil influence and all.
I can see how you would, yes.
And yet, I could never part with it. It's been in the family for generations. Would you bless it for me, Father? I feel strange asking such a thing of you, but surely you understand.
Bless this bracelet of a snake.
Wow.
Even though its vibes aren't great, let it do nobody harm when they wear it on their arm. Voodoo spirits, go away. Don't come back another day. And now let us pray.
That's excellent. I didn't know that they used vibes in that context in 1993.
Gabriel has a thought about the clay.
Bless, oh bless this circlet of silver. Take the curse, oh take it, Wilbur.
A lovely blessing, mon père.
Yes, I think it made a lasting impression. Here you go.
I feel so much better now.
Make a jewelry mold. We got an achievement, making an impression. Alright, see ya. I think we're done here. Yeah, bracelet mold. Okay, so we just need some kind of metal now, right? Maybe? Let's get the heck out of here. You just do a
It's getting
switcheroo?
late. Gabriel decides to go home for the day.
Hey, we did it. That's day 3 done.
Excuse me. I'm going inside.
Oh, I'm afraid St. George's is closed for the day.
I'm not a customer. I'm here to see the owner.
Why don't you just leave your name and number with me, and I'll tell him you stopped by.
Listen, if Gabriel is here, he'll want to see me. Is he? Here?
I really couldn't say for certain, but in the morning...
Gracie, say goodnight.
Oh. I guess we got ourselves some tail. Do people still say that? Did I just show my age? Maybe I did.
You came. I didn't think you would.
I didn't think I would either.
Your eyes. I could show you around a little. It's not much, but...
Please don't. I couldn't focus on much of anything right now.
Yeah, I know. God, what is it about you?
She's gonna
Just
murder us.
shut up and kiss me.
I feel like we're in danger here. Day 4. I spoke to one who smelled of death. He gave to me his ears, and crosses that were marked were made into a veil of hearts. I think. Last word was. Kind of missed it. If only I was a good voice actor. I would have done that in one. She gonna voodoo us? Well, yeah, maybe. Wow. No conversation whatsoever?
You're not speaking to me this morning?
Don't be silly. I just have nothing to say.
Have it your way.
Grace maybe a little jealous? I'm not sure.
Have you noticed this guy outside the shop?
Yeah, he gives me the creeps. I wish he'd go away.
I did not notice
Did
that
you
guy
find out
in the
anything
window.
about that pattern I gave you?
Yeah, I did find something. I checked the microfiche at the public library. I found an article about a murder in 1810. The newspaper published part of a pattern found around the body. It looks damn close.
You're incredible. All that work.
Forget it.
Yeah, I didn't see him either. That's a little creepy. Let's look at the newspaper. Oh,
Tales of our endeavors.
we've been raided.
June 21st, 1993. Gabriel's eye is immediately drawn to an article about the voodoo murder.
Let
He
me-
scans it.
I don't believe.
What?
I'll come back to this.
Gabriel,
Peachy.
Actually, it seems like there was a lot of dialogue that I was skipping there. I thought it was just like a little thing. Ah, fuck. What have I done? What have I done? Hello, everybody. I wanted to get through the dialogue so that I could say hello. Welcome in, Raiders. Neon, hello. Nice to meet you. It's good to have you here. Oh no, an Orca raid. What an ill-fated day. for an Ocker raid to make its way here. Hello, Lara. Hello, Warm and Tea. And Bestas, welcome back. Teresina, hi. Nice to meet you. How was your stream? What were you up to? The Sims 4, thank you, Ash, for giving a shout out to Ocker. If anyone that wasn't already here didn't know, Ocker was one of the 3 other lovely people that I streamed Content Warning with on Thursday. We had a blast, and I would very much like to play again, so make sure to bug Ocker, Sneevils, and Luxury Pigeon if you want more Content Warning. Because I'm up for it. But I don't know, maybe they need more convincing. Never, 'tis lovely here. You're very kind, Harry. Was building his best house in Sims. What does that consist of? It was really good, thanks. 70s house building has been good. Ah, 70s house. Okay, alright. Lots of colours. Some neon lights, maybe? Drugs everywhere? Is it just a drug empire? That's my headcanon now. Play more content, one with the best, please and thank you. I'm convinced? Okay. Fantastic. That's 2 down. 2 to go. Man, the 70s were 50 years ago. Jeez. Feeling old. Please play more, I missed it. Batsy, stop saying things like that. I'm sorry, Tempestus. Spliffs and LSD. I mean, I suppose then you're not in unfamiliar territory with coming in on this game, because there has been mention of some drugs, cocaine included, which I imagine was very big in the 70s. If anyone doesn't know who I am, hi, welcome in. I'm Batsy. I haven't introduced myself yet. I do video games on the internet, usually story-based, or that have reading or detective work. Just generally enjoy a good story. Currently, we are playing a game from 1993, albeit a remastered version from 2016, called Gabriel Knight, Sins of the Father. It is about a series of New Orleans voodoo killings. And we play the role of Gabriel Knight himself, an author writing a book about said voodoo killings. It's quite interesting. The writing is certainly of its time. Let's put it like that, in a nice way. It's very funny, because you would not get away with saying some of the things in this game if you said them today seriously. And I heard actually even that this remastered version from 2016 even had the script tweaked, because some of the things that they said in the 1993 version were completely not okay. So, I don't know. I've not experienced the original, but I'd love to see what they actually changed and just cringe, I guess. It's not born in 70s, just feel compelled to say that, just so everyone knows. We can all have nostalgia for the 70s, even if we weren't born there. Like Ocker, wanting to make his dream house. But if anyone that has just popped in on the raid wants to, or needs to rather, get some water or food, or go to bed, please do so. If you have done all of those things, you're more than welcome to stay, hang out with me, as I play through a little bit more of this tonight. But I'm definitely not going to finish the game today. Maybe got like another half hour in me. So we'll get through some of this, was it day 4 that we're in? Oh, Harry, for Team to Dramatic Reading. Okay, alright. Did you copy and paste that from somewhere? Is that in my description? Harry. I'm Bats, aka Bats or Batsy. I'm a British voice actor, space nerd, D&D game master, and chill streamer who mostly plays narrative-driven games. If you like what you hear, how about sticking around? Hit that follow button to know when I'll be streaming again. If you really like what you hear, you can even hire me to voice whatever project you've got in mind. Just click that voice button up there, or get in contact with me directly. I'd love to work with you. AKA Big Daddy B. Thank you, Harry. Didn't want people to think that I was that old. Only in spirit. Only in spirit. Well, I hope you had a lovely time over at Ocker Stream, everybody. I just skipped through a whole bunch of dialogue that came from this newspaper. So let's try to read it again.
Dated June 21st, 1993. Gabriel's eye is immediately drawn to an article about the voodoo murders. He scans it quickly. Gabriel decides to check his horoscope, despite his disgust. Death walks close to you today. Resist temptation lest his eye fall on you, too.
Peachy.
Gabriel also spots an ad for Sam Springleton, a jeweler. Sam hangs out at the Napoleon House.
Yeah, we did miss some things there. That's okay. You're welcome. I sense some slight cringe in that voice, then I feel. Could be wrong. In my voice? Probably because right at the end of it, I messed up. Even though I was reading slowly. Couldn't get my own about description right in one go. That's what was a little bit cringy, I guess. It is what it is. Apparently, case is closed. The voodoo murders have been solved. I'm not convinced.
Tales of our
What the
endeavors
fuck is
proliferate.
this? I've just finished. I was just about to get back to the game, and then we've been raided again. Right, Big Chimkin. Hello. Welcome in, Raiders. Evil Seedle, or Seedlet rather, Bok Bok Charge. Hi. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you, Chimkin. I appreciate it. Double raid. I don't know if this was planned. It feels like it could have been.
Devotee.
You missed it. What did you miss, Chimkin? I think you've given them a shout out, Ash. Helldivers 2. That is far and away really quite different from The Sims that Ocker was playing just a few minutes before. Like they planned it or something. I'm confused. Evil Seedlet, oh my gosh, your voice. Oh, thank you, and thank you for the follow. Yes, yes. I did do a deal with the devil. One soul for one voice. This is one of my favorite games of all time. Chimkin, really? Well, this is the first time that I've been introduced to the Gabriel Knight series. In fact, about a week and a half ago, I'd never heard of it. And then one of my very close friends was like, you should play this, and gifted me the first of the series, Gabriel Knight, Sins of the Father. I was going to say Sins of the Son, that's not right. We are just about 3 hours in, maybe? I think. We're on day 4. That's probably a better way to put it. We just started day 4. Bok 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 refers to the noise a chimkin makes? Yeah, I think it does too, Harry. Darling Whiskers, holy hell, you have a nice voice. Thank you, Dolly Whiskers. Too kind. Nicest voice on Twitch? I don't think so. I don't think so. But it makes me happy to hear that you think so. Play the original trilogy back in the 90s, it is crazy good. Unfortunately, now this is something I do know. The originals from the 90s, as you are well aware of, Chimkin, had Tim Curry and Mark Hamill be a part of the main cast, at least in the first game. In the remasters, they do not have those particular actors. They did replace them, which is a real shame. But the story is still intriguing, and I'm enjoying it anyway. Played it alongside your parents as a kid. Wait, hold on. You were a child? Take back my I missed it. I thought you were further along. Oh, I see. That's what that was referencing. Gotcha. No. Day 4. The voodoo murders solved newspaper may have made you believe that I was further along in the game. But no. It's just those dang police wanting to solve the case before it is properly done. I wanted to hire you to read my smut. Vaguely. I'd do it. I don't mind. I'd do it. I've never read smut before. I heard you say Tim Curry. I don't know about Mark Hamill. Yes, Mark Hamill was Detective Mosley in the original game. Tim Curry was the main character, Gabriel Knight. Streamed this a while ago. I complained about it at the beginning of my streams for weeks on end. Oh no. As a child, I was 5 when this first released. Isn't it a bit gruesome for a 5-year-old child to absorb? There you do it. Maybe I'm overpromising. I don't know what kind of smut this is. Well, never say never, I suppose. But I am enjoying it. I do really enjoy a good detective game, so if you like detective games and you want more of that, you can follow and I'll be around. I was halfway through doing a night call case that I never got back to. I'm sorry, Ash. I should probably finish that up as well. It's so many cases and so little time. I only stream like twice a week. We'd basically figured out who was the murderer anyway. We didn't need to solve the case. Perhaps my parents were like that. The logic was what I saw, I could talk through with them. You know, actually, Chimkin, solid parenting there. If there's something that makes you uncomfortable and they are actually good enough parents to be like, hey, it's a video game, let's talk about it. Yeah, good on them. Dad let me play Wolfenstein 3D when it came out. I was 4, Father of the Year. Good. Don't blame you at all for playing a game that you don't have a voice act the whole time. Yeah, thank you. Nightcall's a lovely game about being a taxi man? I guess? That's the right word for that occupation, taximan? Taxi driver in Paris, and you are accused of doing a crime. But it is all just text. The whole thing is just text. Really not any gameplay to it. Do the lurky lurk off stream, I'll catch you again soon. No problem, Chimkin. One other thing then. For all of those that just came in on the raid, I just said this to everyone that came in on Oka's raid. If you need to run, get some water, go to bed, get some food, or just stretch those legs, do so. Look after yourselves. if you've done all of those things, you're welcome to stay and hang out as I play a little bit more of this. Hoping that I don't summon another raid. Feel bad for recommending In Stars and Time just because you'll have to VA a ton. Also, it's super good and everyone should at least watch a playthrough. Okay. Is it Stars and Time a new game? Is it... I don't know if it's old or not, to be honest. I think it came out last year. It's not old. Okay, good show. Fair enough. Fair enough. And for anyone that doesn't know who I am, you know what, Harry? You're going to get another one of those dramatic readings because I wasn't happy with how I ended it, and we just got another raid. So, double redeem here for all of you newcomers. I'm Bats, aka Bats or Batsy. I'm a British... Fuck! Ah! No! Again! I'm Bats, aka Bats or Batsy. I'm a British voice actor, space nerd, D&D game master, and chill streamer, who mostly plays narrative-driven games. If you like what you hear, how about sticking around? Hit that follow button to know when I'll be streaming again. If you really like what you hear, you can even hire me to voice whatever project you've got in mind. Just click that voice button up there, or get in contact with me directly. I'd love to work with you. It's a little something that Harry redeemed for me to say just before you all got here. Huh. Okay. Alright, I go back to game now. The so-called voodoo murders are over at last, says Detective Franklin Mosley of the New Orleans Police Department. Our investigation has turned up that these murders were the result of an underworld drug cartel war. Wrong, said Mosley at a press conference yesterday evening. That war has now ended, and the people of this great city are safe again. The police say they are doubling efforts to crack down on the underworld drug trade that briefly turned New Orleans into its private battleground. Okay. Heirloom restorations and reproductions. Reasonable cost. Contact Sam at the Napoleon House. We should do that. Grace, talk to me.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Messages for me.
Do you have messages for me?
Your grandmother called. She said to remind you to stop by and go through your father's things.
Oh.
Okay.
More messages.
Do you have messages for me?
That man from Germany called again, Wolfgang Ritter. Now he's claiming to be a relative of yours.
Interesting.
Wolfgang Ritter. That is a name and a half. Bull NG, I'm here to say that Anna smells. Well, I guess I've now said it too.
Can I get that phone number for Wolfgang Ritter?
Sure, I'll give it to you when we're done talking.
Us in Stars and Time is basically a one-dev project. They had some publisher help and hired someone else to make the music, but otherwise all one person. That's amazing. So they did the art, the story, the game dev. Astounding. But hello, Bull NG. Welcome in. Good to have you. Good to know that somebody else bullies Ash as well.
Do you know anything about a secret voodoo houndfall?
Not saying
In
I
New
do.
Orleans?
But I mean,
I think so.
No, I don't, but it sounds dangerous.
I don't bully
You're
my
not gonna try
mods.
to find this voodoo group yourself, are you?
treated very well.
Would I do that? Do you know anything about black voodoo?
Black voodoo? Ugh, now what are you getting yourself into?
Nothing you need to know about, do you?
I know there are dark forms of any major religion. Where there's a yin, there's a yang.
Speaking of yin and yang...
But no, I don't know anything really about voodoo, dark or otherwise, sorry.
I don't think you're putting me back. You let me get away with too many shenanigans in D&D. But that's because it's cool. Why would I not let you get away with shenanigans? If I let you get away with shenanigans, then I can throw even tougher challenges at you.
Are you sure you don't know anything about black voodoo?
You are desperate. I told you I can't help you.
Okay, fine.
Here's that phone number.
Thanks.
Yeah. You go call them, I suppose. There's this guy just watching us.
Gabriel watches the man watching the shop.
Get the hell out of here.
The figure outside does not respond.
That's not the guy that was drumming in the park, was it? Let's take a look.
The number written on the note is 4909-324-3333.
Didn't Grace say you had to dial 011 first to get international?
Okay, well, I'll give that a go.
The newspaper clipping describes a ritualistic murder in Congo Square. It includes a rough sketch of a pattern found around the body. The sketch is very similar to the reconstructed Veve.
Strange pattern found with murdered body. Okay.
Didn't Grace say you had to dial 011 first to get international?
It's nice that they give me this number here. I don't need to memorize the whole thing. 909 32 4 3333.
I'm not calling Germany. That Wolfgang Ritter guy says he's a relative, but I've never heard of him.
Why would we not call Germany? I guess because it would cost us a lot. Okay, well that's fine. We gave it a go. Finally finished scheduling all my social media posts for the next 2 weeks. It took so long. Scheduling social media posts? What are you scheduling? And yeah, what happened? Oh, for your
I'll be
business.
back later.
That makes sense.
Have fun.
Right, so we got the Napoleon house now. You go yell at the police. Say they did a shitty job. Wasn't there something else that needed our attention? Yes. Hold on. Yes. Wait, what? Grandma Knight's house. Oh, yeah. Wait.
The door to Hartridge's office is locked.
Where is he?
Gabriel isn't. Gabriel is.
Guess he's not here today. Tried Baldur's Gate and I was so overwhelmed by the game systems and the huge amount of stuff there is to learn. I burst into tears. Tempestus. That is tragic and adorable, and I'm so sorry. Baldur's Gate is an overwhelming game. I have just entered Act 3 of the game myself, and I, as a seasoned D&D player and video game enjoyer, am also incredibly overwhelmed. I would still recommend trying to stick to it, but take it in your own time. It's a marathon, not a sprint. So yeah, just keep at it, I guess. But not so much that you want to cry. Crash. Wait a minute.
Hey there, nice beat. I dig it.
The drummer does not respond.
Alright, I've entered Act 3 for the second time. I knew
But
that
Crash
you...
only looks scared and keeps walking.
Oh, he's avoiding me, is he? You guys got to Act 3 really quickly, actually. You finished it for the first time not too long ago, right?
Hey,
Don't be afraid to play on easy if
wait
it's your
up.
first run
Crash
D&D.
only looks scared
Yes.
and keeps walking.
He doesn't want to talk to me. Second playthrough is very different to the first. You doing an evil party? Is he coughing?
It's Crash, the guy from Mosley's office. At the first sight of Gabriel, he slouches away like a beaten dog.
I wonder what he's up to.
Sorry, wait a minute. Was that blood? What is this? What's this red dot here? It seems like blood to me.
That doesn't seem...
Dang it. Not evil this time. Bunch of horny buggers, though. Ah. Morally ambiguous. Gotcha. I had started a playthrough of Baldur's Gate stream where I was playing, or trying my best to play as a evil drow. That was also, what was it? The murder hobo one? Dark Urge. She's a Dark Urge evil drow. And it was tough. Even just like playing it out, you know, because you got all these amazing characters that you don't want to be mean to. At the same time, though, it's incredible to see how that game can change. I feel like you're about to keel over. And we also made it a randomizer too, which was quite fun. Each level up would be randomized for each of the
Crash only looks scared and keeps walking.
for each of the classes of each character would be randomized. Is the game playing Oh and the Saints? Yeah, it's the people playing the music in this scene. Crash is dying, I think.
Hey, Crash, wait up.
Crash only looks...
Okay, no, he phases through me. Fine. I can't, like, head him off. That's whatever.
Benches provide a quiet spot for resting in the park.
First playthrough was very Big Hero goody-goody. I'd quite like to play, if I were to do another one, play Paladin, like an Oathbreaker bout. That could be fun. And on my own, tried to play with another person, but they were not that interested in helping me, it turns out. On your own is best. Because if I play a co-op game like Baldur's Gate, or a game like Baldur's Gate in co-op, I feel rushed, and I can't enjoy it for what it is. Because I always feel like I'm taking too much of the other person's time, whilst I'm just like listening to dialogue or planning out my character or things like that. So alone is best for the first playthrough, I think. So he's finished my Dark Age run, it's multiplayer run, so we gotta get back together and update our mods. Dang. Can you do Dark Urge multiplayer normally, or no? Dark Urge will be my 4th playthrough. That's a lot of playthroughs, Ocker. I'll wait for summer so I could try Boulders. Do recommend it, Harry. It is a very good time, but as we've said before, take your time with it. It's a marathon. Broke my oath on the first playthrough and remade it. Did not enjoy being an oathbreaker. Really? There are mechanics for being an oathbreaker. Mods are just cosmetic in some classes? Gotcha. Play any character mods play, just can't double up on the presets. Oh, that's cool. I am getting sick of this song.
Hey,
Get out of here. Let's go to the Overlook. That's unlocked today. You can still hear the song. It's very beautiful up here, though.
Gabriel is standing on the balcony of a building across the street from Jackson Square. On the balcony are 4 mounted binoculars.
Seen the OG Baldur's Gate games on Switch, so I might cop them. The original Baldur's Gate games, 1 and 2, are very, very different to Baldur's Gate 3. It will be much harder to get into, I feel.
4 pairs of binoculars are rigorously mounted on the cement floor.
But if you know what you're getting yourself into, hey, go ham.
Those binoculars aren't going anywhere without a jackhammer.
Okay, so we need a jackhammer.
Nice flowers. Not that a real man would notice something like that.
Do I need to lure what's-his-face, Crash, to that area?
Madame Lorelei's booth is deserted.
This Cajun band.
Inventive as always with their instruments, is having a good old time on the lawn. Funny how catchy that toe tapping can be.
Cajun band has been there for several days. This one's facing up. Nope, guess not. This little bit of red concerns me.
That's Crash. What the hell is he up to with that drummer? Huh. Crash and the drummer. Interesting.
St. Louis Cathedral. The original church on this site was built in 1724 and was named for Louis IX of France. That church burnt in the Great Fire of 1788. The present church dates from 1851.
Hi everyone, sleep time. Have a good rest of your stream. Thank you, Amari. Hope you have a wonderful night. Wake up feeling very rested.
The Pontalba buildings are historical landmarks, built
You
in
too as well,
1849
Ocker.
and 1850 as residential apartments.
I don't think there's necessarily anything else here. I have learned. I've learned things about Crash and the drummer. You know, bribe the band to switch it up? I don't have any money. The only money I had was a $20 expired gift card for my own shop. And I gave that away for a hot dog. Oh, I guess we're going back. Talk to me, drummer.
Hey there, nice beat. I dig it.
The drummer does not respond.
Rude.
A lone drummer beats out a haunting rhythm on a large African drum.
Where did he go? Is he still around? Or did he leave? Crash is gone. He's left. The drummer won't speak to me. the cathedral, maybe? There he is. You are sick, Crash.
Crash is huddled in a pew. He looks seriously ill.
He's about to die, isn't he?
Ask you some questions.
No way, man. I'm too sick. Go away.
Come on. I have to know what you know about these voodoo people.
You don't know nothing about nothing, man. You are so far out of it, you wouldn't understand anything. Just like that friend of yours, Mosley. Go away!
I'm not like Mosley. I know more than you think I do. I'll believe you.
Oh, forget it, man. It's not worth my breath.
He doesn't want to talk to us any further.
There's no reason to wear someone.
Never mind. Let's go to the police station, see what's up with this crime being solved when it definitely has not been.
Hey.
The drummer looks at Gabriel but says nothing in return.
Fine.
Knight, hate to tell you this, but you're out of a book. The voodoo murders case has been closed.
I had a feeling you were gonna say that.
Like hell it has. Not on my watch, Chief.
I have to tell you, bud, I'm pretty pissed off about this case being closed. You guys are making a big mistake.
Hey, I'm not any happier about it than you are, Knight, but I've got my orders.
Tell me about voodoo.
Can you tell me anything about a secret voodoo hound fall?
Oh, come on. Somebody's pulling your leg, Knight.
Are you sure?
Ain't nothing secret about voodoo in New Orleans. There's a museum, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, but that's the stuff they want you to see.
You're getting mighty paranoid, Knight.
Oh.
Can you tell me anything about a secret voodoo hound fall?
I told you, you're nuts. Drop it.
Okay, tell me about yourself.
Tell me about yourself.
What do you want to talk about that for now? We're not doing the book anymore. Besides, you already know too much about me, Knight.
Okay. Case status.
What's the status on the voodoo murders case?
The case? What case? I told you, the voodoo murders case is closed.
How can you just close it? It's not solved, is it?
Oh, it's solved. Turns out the Chicago Mafia was trying to invade local territory. Use the Mississippi for drug running now that Florida's so hot. What we had here was a little resistance from the local businessmen. Word came in this morning that the Chicago group is giving up and pulling out of Nolans.
But that doesn't bring the killers to justice.
Well, the boys upstairs seem to figure it this way. Let the slime kill each other. Better the vermin we know than Chicago vermin, I guess. The attitude in the department is that we just been done a huge favor, and they're probably right.
What about the local cartel? Are you just gonna let them go?
At least they're part of us. We'll deal with them over time. Always have. Nolans is pretty clean that way, you know?
Well, that's the illusion, isn't it?
Look, I'm not totally in agreement here either. But what can I do? These guys are not about to get caught. I'm disappointed about the book, too. Look, next big murder case I get, I'll call you in, and we'll do that one up right, okay? In fact, I could probably dig up some old cases, and you could spice them up.
No thanks.
That's some bullshit, and you know it.
What's the status on the voodoo murders case?
I told you, it's closed.
I reopen it.
How can I convince you to reopen the case?
Look, the department's not interested.
So, couldn't you make them interested?
With what? I got 7 bodies and still no leads. The voodoo angle's worthless, and besides, these people aren't hurting anybody but out-of-town drug dealers and hitmen.
The voodoo stuff is not worthless. It's the key to the whole thing. And these people are dangerous. They need to be stopped.
Okay, you want me to reopen this case? Prove what you just said.
What do you mean?
You need to prove that there's a legitimate voodoo cult in Narland. Prove that they're a threat. Get me a lead on the cult.
Gotta shower and finish my to-do list. Lovely spending time with you, Batsy. It's lovely having you, Tempest. With this conversation, when I finish it, I think I will also be disappearing.
How can I convince you to reopen the case?
I already told you. You still need to prove that there's a legitimate
That
voodoo
cut?
cult
Is that
in
what you mean?
Narland. Prove
Yep.
that they're a threat. Get me a lead on the cult.
So that's a reminder.
You been feeling okay lately? You look like hell.
Me? You know. I can't sleep at night, what with thinking about the case and thinking about Annie.
I can relate.
Insult him.
You know, you have a unique way of wearing clothes that's, well, the way they kind of hang, pleating over that stomach of yours, drooping off your butt.
We can't all have the body of a 12-year-old like you, Knight.
Dang. You got me. Okay. Well, the chief says the case is closed, but we know the case is about to be blown wide open next time. That's Twitch chat. God, I'm smooth sometimes. Alright, let's find someone to raid, shall we? Who is live at the minute? It's been wonderful. Thank you everybody for hanging out. I'll play some more of this very soon, hopefully. I don't know if I'm going to have time tomorrow. Maybe I will. If not, then earliest that I'll be able to stream after that will be Thursday. So, yeah. Maybe more of this. Unless I can find a game to play with people. Because I am enjoying this. Enjoying this quite a lot. Alright, let's go right out to one of my very good buds, Ash Helm, who has just started streaming recently. They are playing Hunt Showdown. So yes, if you'd like to see more of me, do follow. And if you would like to know exactly when I'm going to be streaming next, we do have a Discord for that kind of thing. Ash Helm Michael. This is not the Ash that is currently modding for me in chat. By the by. That go through? Yes, created. Fantastic. They're playing Hunt Showdown. Excellent game. I do enjoy it myself, occasionally. But I'm a terrible shot. He is much better. So he's gonna go shoot those ghoulies and win some games. And hopefully I'll see you again later in the week. Your stream has been very intriguing. Yes, yes. Well, you know me. I love my good investigative games. I'll catch you next time. And, yeah. That's all for now. Take care, everyone.